everybody, my name is Kita, and today we are going to be playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. It's already part 6, I can't believe it. And I'm really sorry, last video I kind of ended on a cliffhanger. I think we're going into the last boss, I'm not sure. We'll find out. It could also just be the other half of the dungeon, I don't know. But we are basically invading, taking back, taking back. We're taking back the Grey Garrison right now, and I'd say we're maybe halfway through the dungeon, if not the end of it. I am playing an ASMR witch, and I am basically the debuffer, buffer, and healer. Alright, let's do this. And we need to hurry because that sounds like...
Adventures can wait.
Did we just get fatigued? We shouldn't have. I don't know why we did. We need these healing potions so bad. So bad. Okay, we look good. Leave. I don't know if this is timed or anything. Last game, there wasn't a lot that was timed. It was more choice-oriented. I don't know why I got fatigued. Oh! Can you not?
Save the last one for me.
Please don't charge us. Let's see here. I don't want Wolf to just go right up there and attack it. He is more of a sneak attacker. I'll put him here. Plan!
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
Why are you missing? Oh, rolled a 5. We have to get at least an 18 to hit this guy. Cool. We'll charge you. Actually, I don't know if we have to. Nope, we're hasted. We don't have to charge. That's awesome. Voice. Oh, and there's me. Oh boy. All right. What do I want to reduce? Let's go for his attack rolls first. Nope, didn't work. Cool.
I'll cut you wide open.
I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I love the music. Oh, hi. Went straight for me. That's cool. Love that. And we are out of 2nd level healing spells. So... And you're Darian, so you can't heal me this turn because you were stupid.
Cover me, all right?
Get him. Get him. Oh my gosh, Woljif. Wow.
You won't survive me.
I guess he's super duper hard to hit.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Oh, it's a good thing we saved right before this, I guess. Does she have? Nope. Nope.
The spirits demand your blood. The world in crimson.
Can you please use your healing? Did you not hold that? Cool. I don't know what happened to it. Thanks. And that's all I need you to do. Just stay. In fact, even just stay there.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Please hit him. Thank you. Well, Jiff.
Endure this.
Ow. That's another thing. I don't know if that's on purpose. It seems I'm playing a spellcaster, and I feel like my character keeps getting charged and attacked directly. And I don't know if that's on purpose because we're the main character. But that feels kind of unfair when you're playing a spellcaster and you purposely put yourself in the back behind all these fighters and you get hit anyway. Just an observation.
My skills are absolute.
Just a little upsetting. Good thing we picked up all these potions because we're using them all immediately because they all are rolling terribly. There we go. You have anything on you? Yes. Nice. Anything I'm missing? Nope, people are just fighting down there to the death. It's great.
A trivial task.
The unholy symbol of Discari, the demon lord who attacked Canabra, is drawn in human blood. Great. Lovely.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Never said you weren't. Okay, alright, okay, alright. That's one big stone, no doubt about it. The city's greatest sight, before it was tossed here upside down, that is. So are we supposed to go on the other side of it, or... That's... Oh, is that still not the top? Whoa. Okay, let's just... Oh, no it is. Okay. I was gonna say, I thought this was... Alright, we've made it. Ha. Okay. Hi. Upon entering the chamber where the vanquished wardstone resides, the Crusaders could have expected many things. An ambush, deadly spells, or a horde of enemies. But not an empty hall, still and silent, with no Managa or her henchmen, only the obelisk and glimmers of light dancing on the dirty floor. But then again, all is not as placid as it seems. Aurora once again hears the seething choir. This time the voices sound louder, more insistent. One step, another, and suddenly Aurora sees the wardstone not as it was a moment ago, but somehow completely different. It is no monolith emanating light, it is a cage made of pure energy. The place where Discari struck looks like a festering wound, from which tendrils of dirty red and purple darkness creep throughout the entire artifact. And there, inside, 2 hosts of flaming warriors are locked in battle. One is light, the other blood red. But what are they all waiting for? But they are all waiting for what? Hearken unto the light warriors' words. The light warriors speak of duty, service, and sacrifices made. Their words reveal the truth of the wardstones. Each one contains a host of angels, volunteers from heaven who committed to this indefinite imprisonment in order to guard mortal kind from the demonic threat. They make no complaint. They ask no easing of their burden. If the goddess and her herald offered them the same choice, they would consider it the ultimate honor to sacrifice their freedom for the cause. The angels know Discari's evil plan. When the last of the light warriors falls, the wardstone will become a deadly explosive that will destroy everything around it, and the other obelisks in the chain will meet the same fate. The light warriors pray for help. They plead for someone to strike down their fallen brethren. Those who succumb to the demonic corruption are already beyond salvation. But if they are stopped, it will allow the wardstone to heal and the light host to continue its duty. The crystal chisel discovered in the ruins of Canabras is the ideal weapon for this task. It will cut out the corruption along with those who have succumbed to it, and restore the wardstone's full power. The eyes of the Aeon, until now slumbering peacefully in the hero's soul, awaken. They urge the heroine to look upon the wardstone through them. The Aeon's eyes wish to see. Look on the angels with the Aeon's eyes. The eyes of the Aeon pierce through essence, matter, and time, and reveal the truth of the wardstones. The stones are just as much a perversion as the world-wound itself. The demons are not of this plane, but this did not give Omade and her herald license to disrupt the balance still further, by imprisoning untold number of angels in stone. A crime committed in the name of good does not offset those committed in the name of evil. It only multiplies the harm done to the cosmic order. Oh hey, Shapeshift, how you doing? Hearken unto the Red Warrior's words. Ah, thanks. I'm glad you could join us. The Red Warrior speaks of pain and lies and disillusionment. Their words reveal the truth of the Wardstones. The barrier surrounding the Worldwound is built on the bondage and suffering of countless angels. Every injury dealt to the Wardstone, these angels experience as physical agony. The pain is driving them insane. Deceived by the hollow platitudes about duty and service, they suffer torment day after day for the sake of ungrateful mortals who do not even know their names enough. The Red Warriors know that their blades, now turned against their former brethren, hasten the triumph of Discari and his servants. Once the Wardstone has been wholly conquered by corruption, it will become a deadly weapon under the demon's control. Some of the obelisk's prisoners beg for freedom, while the others pray only for death. But they all agree that this existence is unendurable. The crystal chisel discovered in the ruins of Canabras is the perfect weapon for a massacre. It cannot force open the door for those who wish to escape, but it can destroy the Wardstone along with all its prisoners, willing and unwilling. None will be able to claim victory, but all will be gifted a merciful death that will end their suffering once and for all. Ugh. I don't know if I like either of those decisions. There it is, the fate of two angelic hosts, faithful and fallen, and the fate of Canabras, perhaps even all Mendev, now rests in the heroine's hands. How will she proceed? Whatever this crystal chisel may be, its power is indeed great. Thanks so much. Yeah, he's doing fine, thank you. And I'm glad to hear you're doing well too. Whatever this crystal chisel may be, its power is great indeed. It can destroy stone along with all its inhabitants, or it can mend it by killing the angel defectors within. What it cannot do, alas, is free those who wish to escape, and keep the stone intact for those who wish to remain. The Aeon's eyes perceive a solution to the goddess's tinkering, one that will cost no lives. One strike with the crystal chisel at the perfect point, and the stone's magic will be destroyed, and all the angels will go to the rightful place, to heaven, or to the planes of chaos and evil. The remnant of the Aeon's power draws all that is left of the Aeon's existence to the heroine, urging her to put things right. But somewhere deep within the heroine's soul, the familiar ire seethes, endless rage, unbridled hatred. What will happen if it is unleashed here at the stone? I'd say this one. If we can persuade the angels that are angry and corrupted to calm down and not be corrupted, ease their pain, and not kill them, why wouldn't we attempt to do that? So we're gonna quell the anger of the Red Warriors by offering them peace. Aurora addresses the furious Red Warriors, not in her word, but in her intentions and aspirations. The torment-wearied angels see compassion in her and also a promise of rest. One day, the demons will be driven back. One day, the Worldwound will vanish, like a nightmare chased away by the spring dawn. One day, the sky above Canabras will once again gleam a dazzling blue. When that day comes, the Wardstones will no longer be needed, and the angels' watch will be at an end. Overcome by this vision, the Red Warriors drop their weapons. With bowed heads, they say words of farewell and fall into deep sleep, one that will not be broken until the day this promise is fulfilled and they regain their freedom. The injury inflicted by Discari still gleams scarlet within the Wardstone, but the spread of corruption has been halted. The obelisk fills with vital healing light. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you can calm people down, why wouldn't you pick that? Why go to the extreme of just killing everyone? Or even a portion of people? It doesn't make sense to me. The Crusaders succeed, the Angels' battle within the Wardstone has ended, and the threat to the entire chain of stones has been eliminated. Of course, this has won no guarantees of safety for the future. What happened here can happen again. The Mendevians can no longer rely on Imade's gift as they once did. But the danger has now passed for now. Unable to bear such a flagrant violation of the laws of reality, the magical eyes of the Aeon fade away for good. That makes sense. I know, no need to escalate things. So we've just lost access to the Aeon mythic path because an Aeon is a being of balance. Basically, this world wound that's letting out demons was a shift to the demon side, which the Aeon didn't like, but this stone that's protecting people was made by a god to protect them from the world wound, which was a shift in the good aspect. But the Aeon just saw both of these things as tampering with the scales, so it did not like that we decided to preserve something it saw as a blemish to the balance the world has. So we lost access to that path. Yeah, we stay on the Diplo path. We don't want people to die willy-nilly, and we don't want to escalate things if we can help it. Oh, is everything good now? City looks much better.
Look at them, Suture. They're rejoicing like children. The storm is coming and none of them sees it.
Shall we add to their festivities, my lady? How about a little lightning to burn their flesh?
Oh no, Suture. We'll leave such frolics to Discari's little gnats. We are here for something else. Something I have greatly anticipated for a long, long time.
That's us, by the way, on the stretcher right there. Why are we on the stretcher? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. That raises a lot of questions. Oh, we're back. Okay. The blistering, vivid memory releases you, and you return from the depths of the past to the present. You feel a fresh breeze on your face. The energy expelled from the wardstone has blown the roof of the Great Garrison off. Oh my gosh. You blew off the roof. The wardstone's energy suffuses you, and through you flows into your allies.
What's that? What's happening to me? What are you doing here? How? I see. Tricks from your pathetic goddess.
Yeah.
Day will resort to dirty tricks when you have her cornered. Don't celebrate yet, mortal. There's no one to hide you from me now.
How did Monago get here? She doesn't rush into the chamber. She has been here the whole time. But some unknown spell has stopped you. Oh, thank you for following Itsy Bitsy. Has stopped you and your enemies from seeing each other. That notification always spooks the hell out of me. But yeah, I get what you did there. Pillars of Eternity.
Pathetic mortal. I'll have no trouble finishing you off now. You'll die anyway.
Looking down, you notice that the wound on your chest has opened up again and is bleeding as if you were hit by a sword. But there is no pain. All you feel is power filling you. Right before your eyes, the edges of the wound start to join and heal until it closes fully. Monago's face twists in frustration. The demoness looks formidable with her entourage around her, but her threats ring hollow to you now. You look at her and feel like a titan looking at an ant. Overwhelming, all-conquering power fills you. What? That little demoness? Those irritating hordes of the abyss? The gods themselves are your only equals now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's not me. My stream's okay. I haven't had any errors on my end of things, so that's a Twitch thing. Unfortunately, sometimes it's not the friendliest thing, especially with big games like this. I'm gonna say the third one. We're a little more on the chaotic side of things. Oh, now we're going to have some fun. Well, fun for me. I don't know about you.
Demons love having fun at others' expense. It would be only fair if we had a little fun at yours.
We'll see who's having more fun when I've got my claws in you. Your goddess sent you to die. You think that's a victory? All you've done is postpone the deaths of all the other mortals. And not even for very long. But your wait for death is over. You won't see what I'm going to do to your little friends, because I'm going to kill you right now.
You can try.
Heartbeat quickens.
Okay. I don't know what this is gonna do, but we're gonna do it.
You are today's sacrifice.
Oh, what was that? Oh, cheers.
Distract them from me.
What is that? Instant kill, jeez.
Out of my sight!
Whoa. I don't know what some of this is.
Into the fray. Don't hold back.
That's cool.
Make every strike count.
Ooh, get her.
Be that.
Go for their heart.
How are you doing that? Where is your power coming from?
All traces of Monago's bravado have disappeared, and now her voice trembles with panic.
Monago, to me!
Staunton?
Staunton, my darling. I knew you'd come back for me.
Shut it! Get over here now. Get behind me. If you want to finish her off, you'll have to step over my dead body first. Killing me won't be a challenge, I know. But I can last long enough to give her time to escape.
Are you charmed? Dude, she's the one that manipulated you to kill Dresden. Monago, let him go.
Let him go, but I haven't done anything. He came to me on his own, of his own free will. Because he still loves me. Isn't that right, my love?
Yes, I'm here of my own free will.
After a moment, Staunton grits out the answer as though every word emerging from his mouth causes him pain. No, you're not. You are not. That sounds like someone that's being charmed to say something.
Ha! A tale as old as time. A war hero, man of honor, steadfast and faithful.
There we go.
Throws his life away on the dung heap for a coquette who breaks his heart. He curses her name. He drinks. He is stoic in his agony. He tries to forget. But then she crooks her finger, and just like that, he goes running back to her, throwing away all that remains of his sad life for a second time.
Shut your mouth, you pampered popinjay! What do you know about love? What do you know about suffering?
A great deal. Or almost nothing at all, depending on your definition of the words. But I'm an expert on broken-hearted lovers who were singly devoted to their one paramour. Why, I've had 3 just like that. Or was it 4? I can't quite recall.
Staunton, don't do this.
Don't do it? And why not?
You still have a chance to redeem yourself. You can still do the right thing, bro. Thank you. I thought I was kind of cutting off at the bottom, so I just kind of put it down.
Staunton, it's the truth. The Crusaders of Canabras have treated you like dirt. But we would never do that to you. We are your friends.
Shut up! I've been listening to fairy tales about redemption for 70 years! Enough! Not another word!
Staunton clenches his fists. What did she promise you for your betrayal? Dresden? You must know that's a lie.
She's already given me a lot more than all you Crusaders ever did. Compassion, understanding, kind words. So what if it's a lie? I want to believe her lies.
Oh, honey.
I've had enough to hear with yours. Your lies about forgiveness and redemption.
It exists, my dude. It does.
Enough talking. Manago, cast your spells and get out of here. I'll hold her off. Quickly, before I change my mind.
No, my sweet, I won't abandon you. We'll leave this place together, and we'll go where we can be happy.
Man, I am going back and forth on whether or not she's actually in love with him.
Go. Let me finally. God damn it all. Let's go.
Okay, I also am going back and forth on whether or not he's charmed, because that force of words definitely feels like a charm effect. Staunton clenches his teeth, swallowing the rest of his words. Panting, he looks between Manago and you and back again. At last, the dwarf nods. The demon and the traitor vanish in a magical haze. You feel the energy thrumming through your body and soul start to fade. It doesn't leave you. It hides somewhere deep down, leaving behind a small amount of incredible energy, as well as the understanding that you will one day master that inconceivably huge power. Excuse me. That was awful. Well, first, Oh, we got our... Does that mean mighty? Does that mean mythic path? Does it? Yeah, it does. Oh, can we not select? Oh, I guess we haven't fully unlocked certain pathways yet. So should I choose one? Can I redo it later? Maybe I should hold off on it? I don't know. We'll finish the... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think the game liked me closing out of that. Okay. Oh, no, it did. Am I supposed to? Oh, I guess I am supposed to. Okay, cool. Ooh. From Chaos gain an ability to create 3 illusionary copies of themselves. Ooh. That's pretty cool. I really like that. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I'm probably going to say Instrument of Freedom, since even our patron is that of freedom. So it makes sense that we would get a mythic ability relevant to that. Ooh. Look forward to that. That's awesome. That's pretty awesome. Let me see here. A mythic ability, abundant casting. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. More spells is always a good choice. What's Archmage armor? That's not great for right now. I really like abundant casting. Ooh, what's a Witch Wandering Hex? Oh wow, you actually need like required classes for this. Oh, so this is one of my favorite things that are mythical. I can't believe they make you have to do a rogue or a magus for this. Oh no, I can just get this because I'm a witch. Okay, sorry. I thought it was you have to get all three of these things. Witch Wandering Hex is pretty good. No, I'm gonna start with Abundant Casting. Next level up, I'll get Witch Wandering Hex. Because what this is it lets you swap out your hexes. So you don't have to wait till leveling up to get another one. You can just swap it out. And that's pretty good. But I'll start with Abundant Casting. Yeah, because now I have 8, 7, and 6. That's awesome. Okay. There are no wrong choices. Cool. Let's see here. Ever ready. Whenever you make an attack opportunity, you get a bonus. That's pretty good. It's not bad. Improved abundant casting. Yep. Abundant casting is always excellent. Increase your key pool. Good for monks, definitely. Do you need abundant casting? I don't think you do. I don't suppose I can select something else. Oh no, I can. Cool. Eventual. Ooh. That's pretty awesome too. Wow. A lot of good stuff here. I'm gonna do always a chance. You don't automatically miss when you roll a nat. Well, no, that's not really good for him, is it? That probably would be better for Sela since she has such a high hit chance. Alright, yeah. I'll just let him get abundant casting since that's what he automatically got. Boundless healing. Your healing is no longer affected by common limitations. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so that gives him... Oh, that lets him heal within close range. That's really cool. That's really good for him considering he's staggered, which means he can't move at all during his first round. I'll just go ahead and save because I like to make sure I don't lose any progress. Mythic. Heck yeah. Nope. Oh, masterwork. Nope. Okie dokie. So did we... I think we did everything. Hey, and our people survived, our little helpers, except one guy. Sorry about that. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, we're good.
I'm gone.
So let's, well, oh, nope, never mind. Has to work. Has to work. Has to work. Has to work. Okay. So let's talk about that cutscene we saw. That was right before the festival when we got carried in on a stretcher. All those people that carried us in there were actually demons. So that means we are somehow relevant to Ariveshtu or something like that. The woman that made the world.
Warrior Queen coming through with a round for the heroes. Whoa, the heart is packed. And you considered nixing this little shindig, Beth?
So that's super cool, but also super concerning because that means we're somehow related to basically the architect of the world wound, which could not be good. When Anivia reaches the long table your party is gathered around, she heavily flops on the bench and hands out the tankards of beer.
I did consider it, and I am still considering it. It hasn't even been a week since the last demon was booted out of Canabras, and we really should be in a period of mourning for all the city's fallen. But the people deserve to celebrate, and she deserves to be honored for saving the city and possibly all of Menhov.
We did it together.
But someone did more than the rest of us. Don't deny your achievements. There will always be plenty of miserable folk only too happy to tear you down.
Boy, isn't that true. Life lesson.
According to the Watch reports, there has been no demon activity whatsoever outside Canabras. I get the feeling the fiends are as shocked by what happened as we are. What happened in the garrison, what you did, it was a miracle. I truly believe that the gods remembered us and decided to intervene.
Irabeth rubs her forehead pensively.
Beth, come on, you agreed. No serious business today.
All right, I'm done. No more. Who would have thought we'd be celebrating a successful attack on the Grey Garrison, our own fortress, and that we'd blow the roof off the place?
Yeah, literally.
It's simply unforgivable.
Comes the cheerful voice of someone sitting at the far corner of the table.
While we're on the topic of the roof, there's already a rumor going around that you have been blessed by Iomade herself. And it was her power granted to you that destroyed the garrison's walls and roof. And it turns out the people want a little piece of that blessing for themselves. The townsfolk are gathering chunks of the garrison's rubble as souvenirs and talismans. And I'm sure they'll hit the black market soon enough. Oh, yeah. Here, read on this for me. Or good luck.
Yeah, sure. Anivia pulls a piece of gray stone from her pocket.
Nice. I'll put it on display at home. Or maybe I'll make a hole in it and wear it as a pendant.
Nevi! What are you on about now?
Irabeth mutters.
What do you mean? Do you see many people at this table who've been personally blessed by Iomade herself?
Well, a couple perhaps.
Says the same mirthful voice that joined in before.
Iomade's blessings are not conveyed through stones, and as public officials, we really shouldn't.
Irabeth looks to the end of the table where the voice originated, and her eyes widen as her words trail off.
I feel a little chastened after what you said about public officials, but I myself have acquired a few pieces of stone and also wish to ask our hero to breathe on them for good luck. So, what now? Are you going to toss me out of this fine establishment?
It's Queen Gallifrey! Holy crap! The woman dressed in unshowy finery raises her eyebrows. Ooh.
Your Majesty.
Yes, it is I. I made the journey here to deduct the cost of repairing the garrison roof from your salary. We have not been introduced. Galfrey of Mendev.
The woman rises from her seat and approaches you and holds out her hand. I've already established that we are a very flirty character, so we're gonna go for it. Kiss her hand. The rumors of your beauty were not exaggerated.
Thank you for the compliment. So, this is what she looks like. The one all Mendev is talking about.
Yeah.
News of your deeds reached me even before my messengers could.
Shapeshift, you and I are on the same wavelength here. The queen offers a brief smile and withdraws her hand as soon as you release it.
Your Majesty, we were just... I'll have them arrange.
Erebeth finally recovering from the shock bolts to her feet.
Calm yourself, Commander. I deliberately came here without any fanfare because I did not wish to draw attention away from our honored heroine here. My personal guard and the force I brought with me are standing watch outside the city. I ordered all of your sentries to stand down. They also deserve a break. Every person who tirelessly fought to save Canabras will enjoy themselves today. And my reinforcements will ensure peace and order.
Yeah, it's a well-deserved rest. Will you join our celebration, Your Majesty?
Please, don't Your Majesty me. We are in a tavern, not my court in Nerosian. Address me as you would any comrade in arms.
Okay, the queen laughs.
Concerning the celebration, as you can see, I already invited myself. I couldn't pass up the chance to meet the new heroine all the Crusaders are talking about. And soon, not just Crusaders.
We all need to get some rest.
Because grand new deeds lie ahead, yes?
Your Majesty, my dear cousin.
Oh, that's right, you're related to the queen. I completely forgot about that.
Count, I admit I was surprised to learn that you valiantly joined the ranks of the city's defenders. Pleasantly surprised.
I live to please you, my queen.
I know you don't.
My first thought when Discari cruelly robbed us of noble Terendelev and half of Canabras' crusaders in one fell swoop was of you, my queen, and of how these events would weigh heavily on you. No one could have foreseen the demon attack, and we have so successfully held the defense here for 4 heroic crusades.
Laying it on pretty thick there, Darren.
I'm going to drown him in the nearest well this very night.
Erebeth mutters.
I value your dedication and your eloquence. I hope you will continue to aid our soldiers.
Good. The queen gives him a genuine smile.
Not a chance. You know that I am not made for the front lines. Excellent bash, but alas, I really must go. Important matters to be getting on with. A new shipment of wine from Keonan, and 3 beautiful creatures of the same provenance. But I will most assuredly come to say my farewells before your army departs on its campaign, which, wherever it may lead you, will undoubtedly be crowned with victory.
You know, I appreciate the encouragement. Sad you won't be joining us.
I shall hold you to that, Count. And now, allow me to devote some time to the heroine of the evening.
Oh, what? Me?
I did not come here solely to give you this chance to celebrate.
Oh.
But all serious discussions and official announcements can wait until tomorrow. I have big plans for all of you.
Oh?
Especially for you. But I want to keep you in suspense for a little while longer, so I shan't say another word. Let us mark this victory. My first toast is to you, the hero of Canabras. Now, what are we drinking?
Yeah, toast. Huzzah.
The fires of Canabras have died down. Now the army's path leads to the walls of Dresden, a fallen citadel that the Crusaders have been trying in vain to reclaim for 70 years. The new piece on the board might give their efforts some added momentum.
You mean before going to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous? Pathfinder Kingmaker is not directly relevant to Wrath of the Righteous, so I would say you could play either first, whichever you would like. I will tell you that if you play Kingmaker, you will pick up on some Easter eggs that are in Wrath of the Righteous. But if you're excited to play this, you can play this before Kingmaker and not get spoilers or anything. Oh, cool, got an achievement. Burning City. Is that her next to Erebeth, the hero who saved Canabras? Oh, guys, I can't handle all these compliments. The Queen is coming, the Queen. I don't handle compliments very well.
Today is a day of sorrow and pride. Sorrow because we weep for our brothers and sisters who perished in Canabras. Pride because despite demonic treachery, our heroes repelled the attack and saved the city. I, Queen Golfrey of Mendev, declare this day the first day of the 5th Crusade. And I am glad to introduce the one who will lead the attack on the forces of the Abyss.
I'm doing what?
The hero of Canabras, Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. Your leader from now unto victory or death.
Let's go with victory.
Now it's time to rest. Everyone is dismissed.
Everyone return to your orders camps. You heard the Queen dismissed.
There. The troop review is finished. I'll give you some time to look around the camp, and then I shall expect your presence at headquarters.
Okay. So this is how we become a commander. I knew it was gonna happen, I just didn't know how. Commander, please allow me to join you while you inspect our encampment. Okay, sure, that's fine. Okay, let's just save real quick, since it looks like we started a new chapter, or an act, perhaps? Oh, that's a hard question. Okay, so here's what I'll say. Kingmaker is more about building a kingdom, and it has a lot more fae involvement, like fairies. And this one is more managing an army and fighting things. So if you want more of a kingdom builder, you want to play Kingmaker, and if you want to play more of like an army game where you're managing an army, you want to play Wrath of the Righteous first. I can't say which one I liked more, because I haven't gotten too far into this one, and I've completed Kingmaker, so I couldn't give a fair assessment. But I will say I loved a lot of the characters in Kingmaker, and there were a lot of scenes in it where I cried, so it's definitely a good game to look into. The combat's pretty much the same for turn-based. I don't know how the army combat's supposed to work in Wrath of the Righteous. I haven't seen or gotten that far yet. Ah, man, if I had to choose. Man. I'd say this one's definitely better. I wouldn't say because of story or anything or characters, but because the graphics are better, and this automatically had turn-based. I'll immediately attach to it when it came out, which is definitely a plus. And the events and scenes are a lot more planned out. Like, they've definitely spritzed a lot of story context into the map, and it's not just a quest here, a quest there. Like, you get bits of the story without verbal dialogue. So I'd say this is probably gonna be my preferred game to Kingmaker. The old elf smiles when he hears your footsteps. Allow me to congratulate you on your victory and on acquiring mythical powers capable of casting down the strongest of demons. Why, thank you. Have you decided to join the crusade? I have decided not to, I'm afraid. My path and the path of the crusade lead in the same direction, but alas, they are not yet one and the same. After the demons were driven away from Canabras, the path into the world room became open, if only temporarily. I'm planning on using this opportunity to visit. The elf falls silent. It doesn't matter now. I'd hate to bore you with the details of my venture, which may prove useless even for myself. However, I will try to return to the Crusades and aid them in their confrontation with the demons after I'm done. I hope to meet you again in this world rather than the next. Okay, I have to go. Okay, Nenio, annoy me. I hope we meet Discari and Baphomet soon. I have numerous questions for them. I think it's funny you think they would answer, instead of just killing you. Oh yeah, it's not a problem. I love talking about both games. They're both amazing. Why is Horgus here? Ah, thank you. Okay, I wonder if he's not talking to me, so he won't explain why he's here, but I assume he's a merchant that's coming with to sponsor the crusade? Is that Sela? Nope. These are all knights of Canabras, all that's left of the order that were billeted in the city. Nah, it's okay, I got you. I understood what you were saying, and I appreciate it. Okay, wait, which tent's this one? Chapel tent. We outfitted this tent to be used as our chapel. Even the less pious crusaders will come here to say prayers when the final battle is upon us. I've seen it happen in my previous campaigns. Altar of Torag, the father of the creation, the dwarven god of craft and kin. Altar of Erastil, old Deadeye, the god of hunting, farming, and the quiet pastoral life. Altar of Sarenrae, the healing light, the goddess of sun, healing, and redemption. Altar of Desna, yay! The great dreamer, the goddess of freedom, travel, luck, and dreams. That's our girl. This place has been sanctified. Okay, cool. Altar of Iomade, the light of the sword, the goddess of justice and valor, and the patron of the crusades. Okay, is that, did I get everything? Yes. Cool, so this is the church. I think that's a cool little detailed tidbit that they actually have a tent dedicated to worship. Oh, wait. I gotta take stuff. I always have to loot. That was worth my time.
We do it my way.
Actually, it probably is. We'll probably... Ooh. That's a kukri. I don't have anyone that can use that. Ooh, great sword, though. We'll probably have a merchant I can sell back their weapons to. I still think that's really funny. Just to take stuff from the camp and sell it back to the camp. Hello. Item. Nice. Makes me giggle. Okay, here's the medic station. This is the field hospital. Alas, the clerics of Kanara suffered heavy losses, so we're in desperate need of healers. And then... Oh, it's Rathamus! We are few, but the gods are with us. The prayers of good people around the world are with us. Oh no, are you talking to Camellia? Dear lady, you've been standing here for a long time. Would you like to help? And Camellia's like, who, me? No, I definitely would not. Please, act like I'm not here. I'd just like to watch people work. Yeah, you You just don't want to touch the peasants. Don't lie to me. Okay, so they're not- oh, nope, here we go. That's fair. I love pen and paper. I play the actual tabletop with my fiance and his siblings. We actually stream it on Brand Silver Phoenix's channel every Saturday night. But yeah, I love Pathfinder. I love when games come out for it. A stout old man with a fuzzy gray beard greets you with a deep bow. Okay, calm down. You're not in that much pain, I'm sure. Well met, Commander. You've caused quite the stir. Everyone thought Canabras was done for, but the gods had other plans. That was quite a blaze over at the Grey Garrison. All the vermin running out with their tails between their legs. I know who you are. Former rector of the Temple of Abadar, and now your humble servant. Yep, we've met. How did you end up on the battlefield? Yeah, that's a good question. Everyone here has a story like that, but mine is a rather boring one. Believe it or not, it was bureaucracy. When the old rector of the Knobber's Temple died, may Abadar rest his soul, the church required a replacement. I volunteered and served for 30 years without incident. I prayed, organized festivals and funerals, bought candles, sanctified water, boring mundane things that make up the daily routine of civilized society. About 6:30. You know all the answers to these, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, his apprentice. Oh my gosh, so you're up super late. What kind of help can I expect from you? Right, scrolls. Yeah, we talked to him already. I have to go. Yeah, we talked to you already. Actually, no, I forgot to talk to him. Like, shh, crap. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. Beautiful day. Okay, you have nothing to say. You're right, it is my fault. I'm sorry, Shapeshift. It is a great game. I find if people like D&D, they'll really like Pathfinder. The difference is Pathfinder's a lot more math than D&D is. Oh yeah, I wish the whole game could be voiced, but I understand why it's not, because there is a lot of dialogue. It would probably be really pricey to voice the whole game. A group of soldiers is talking loudly, laughing joyfully, and passing around a flask. So picture this. My sword is by the fire, there's 2 goblins about to snatch it, and 3 more are digging through my tent. And I'm sat in the bushes wearing just my mail shirt, wondering what the blast to do. An old mercenary taught me about the mail shirt. You can't sleep in armor, but it's not so bad in mail once you get used to it. Too bad no one told me not to go into the bushes without my sword. So what did you do? What did I do? I barked like crazy. Goblins are afraid of dogs, you know. Oh gosh, Sela. So they all went wild and started running around. I spot my sword and they spot me, so I jump over the fire wearing nothing but my mail shirt, and I grab my sword and I yell in my big tough voice, "Oh, Inheritor, grant me the power to crush these filthy creatures." My sword's shining, the goblins are screaming. I jump to attack them, and they fight back, but I fought them off somehow. But ever since then, I never take a step without my weapon. Sela takes a sip from the flask. Sela takes a sip from the flask. Ha ha ha, that's some story. Hey, stop gulping. Leave some for the rest of us. We've only just set off and you're already drinking. And with the queen in the camp? Stop this at once. Beth, let them have some fun. There's nothing wrong with it. The knights quickly snap to attention. Sela raises the flask and says loudly, "Right you are, Commander Tirabade. We are but drinking to the queen's health." Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I am super stoked to be playing this. I've been waiting since the Kickstarter before it started. Yeah, no, I'll drink. We're more chaotic than we are lawful. Even though we're neutral good, we tend to sway more toward the chaotic side of things. So take Sela's flask. Give me a sip too, to Her Majesty's health. Erebeth rubs her forehead with the palm of her hand. Commander, are you sure this is the right way to train your soldiers? Never mind, it's your business. Yeah, no, I think it's fine. Listen, you gotta give soldiers something. Hi, who are you? Oh my gosh, it's the director. Hi. Grandma Gretlin, the director, a well-dressed old dwarf, is lecturing a motley company, shaking her ladle at them belligerently. Noticing you, she flings up her hands. Good afternoon, your commanderness. Do you remember us? We're the crew from the next door theater company. The one you saved in Canabras, back when you weren't the commanderness yet. Yeah, I remember. As you can see, we've come on the campaign with you. We signed up to clean pots and mend the soldiers' clothes. Keeping up a theater is expensive, so we all have to take side jobs. But we don't stop what we're doing. We're going to put on a play about your legendary feats. Oh no. Of course, the crowd scenes are difficult. We can't find the people to play the hordes of demons. And we decided against a ritual to summon real demons. Luckily, we have Master Kem, he's invented a way to solve this problem using sound. Okay. Alright. I am streaming, about 5 o'clock, I think, on Friday. So 5 o'clock my time. EST. On Friday. I'm not sure what that is in your time. Also, good luck with work. I remember you telling me you don't like it too much. I hope tomorrow's a good day for you. We caught a pig and some piglets who ran away from a burned-out village. The glum and husky half-orc mumble softly. We put the piglets in a box and scare them a little, and the sound they make is just an approaching demon horde. Oh boy, so you use pigs for demons. Yeah, that's when I'll be streaming. Also, if you're ever curious about when I'm streaming, I put it in my schedule section on my channel page. I always have to update it weekly because my times always change, but I make sure I update it there for people. But the most important question is, of course, choosing the lead actor who will play the Great Knight Commander. Yeah, it's the best any of us can do, really, isn't it? Just get through the day. We had a right Barney over it, breaking a number of lances as well as a shovel, a rolling pin, and a set of back scratchers. But we just couldn't decide no matter what. Maybe you can help us. We have 2 candidates that are most suited to the role. One will have the honor of conveying your heroism upon the stage, Commander. I so look forward to it. Who is the actor that will play my magnificence? Is it the Cyclops? Please tell me it's the Cyclops. He's completely tame, believe me. Has a few issues with articulation, but what a powerful physique. We'll make him a nice costume, wash him up, brush his hair. Truth be told, in our show, you mainly just make short heroic explanations at the fateful moment. Like, onward, or we'll never give up, or my heart burns with courage. Oh my gosh. Lambkin can definitely handle the script. Oh, thanks so much. I really appreciate the encouragement. Have a great night, okay? Okay, so am I gonna be played by a gnome? Not a gnome, 2 gnomes, oh god! Troubledom and Hierophant are twins. One of them sits on the other's shoulder and puts on a long coat so they can play tall characters. They switch places every so often so each gets their own moment of fame. And that way they each only have to learn half of the script. Don't you have any other actors who even vaguely resemble me? We're a small and poorly funded theater, and we only have a few actors, but they're all so talented, one of a kind. You guys certainly are one of a kind. I've chosen the ones that are the best fit for your role. Trust my vision. I have more than a few successful plays under my belt. Bye for now. Okay, have a good night, Itsy Bitsy. Alright, I've made my decision. The entire crew looks at you holding their breath. I don't know which of these to pick! Do I want to be played by the Cyclops or two gnomes? I wish it was goblins. I wish it was two goblins in a trench coat. Then I would know what my decision was. That would be perfect. I will be played by the Cyclops. Absolutely. Ha! Yeah! He actually does a fist bump. That's great. Wonderful. Sorry we took you away from all the important things heroes and commanders do. We're off to rehearsal. I mean, first we'll wash some pots, then we're off to a rehearsal. Let's go, you lazy lumps. Don't embarrass old grandma now. Oh, okay. Alright. Onward. Because I guess that's something I say. Are you looking up at the sky for you think winged demons are about to fall on us? Assume you're talking to Lan. Maybe they will, but I actually just like looking at the sky. Hey Aurora, I was trying to say the Knight Commander commands the Knights really fast and I almost twisted my tongue. Clouds. You know, I haven't seen them since I was a kid. I almost forgot what they look like. Oh, that's really sad, Lan. Okay, so that's obviously the way out of the camp. Horses! You gotta love horses. Oh, there's Ember. I've seen so many happy faces today. It's so good. So many of our own have perished, and for what? For us to keep fighting, for a day to come when no one else will have to die. Well said. Oh wait, where's Darren? I want to see him. There he is. Ah, there you are, you dashing troublemaker, you. Darren flashes you a self-satisfied smile. Our short acquaintance is coming to an end. Very soon you will depart on your crusade, where you'll scrape by on horrible rations, struggle vainly to fall asleep amidst snoring soldiers, be rudely awoken by freezing cold, and have to look upon the dour faces of self-righteous prigs, before you finally perish in the maw of some demon. I have a journey ahead of me too. I just rented a sailboat in the south. I also hired an excellent chef, and a host of other entertainments. Well, to each their own, I suppose. Darren pauses and suddenly adds in a more serious voice. You know, I am genuinely sad to see you go. If it sounds like mockery, forgive me. I cannot switch off my venom gland on a whim, you see. But you intrigue me. If only we could have spent a little more time together. But, of course, Darren grimaces. Not under these conditions. Let the Crusaders and the demons have at each other. With any luck, they'll take this entire sanctimonious spectacle down with them. Okay, let's go. Again, we're more on the flirty side of things, so let's go. This isn't gonna lock us into the path, I don't think. Not until, like, a serious moment, but this will keep it open to us, I think. Don't quote me on it. You know, I would like it if you stayed. You intrigue me, too. Darren's eyes light up a little. He's obviously pleased by your attention. Yet he answers in his typical mocking tone. Alas, life is full of disappointments. I must reject your offer. So that's a very tsundere thing to do, isn't it? Oh, I am pleased that you're happy I want to stay, but fuck you. No, I'm not. In any case, I intend to wait until the army departs. I do love a good send-off. Especially when it is I who is staying and someone else who is heading off to meet a dreary and hopeless end. Sometimes it does one good to ruminate on the unfairness of life. Well then, farewell, Commander. I assume I shall be your most precious memory on this most disgusting and exhausting road to the pointless slaughter of battle. Or if not the most precious memory, then at least the most stirring. Darren smirks before instantly losing all interest in you. Or at least he pretends to. Very tsundere guy. At least in that moment. So is that all of our party? Found Lan, found Nenio, Darren, Lan. No, Lan? Oh my god, I already said Lan. Lan was the first thing I said. Lan, Nenio, Darren, Sela, Ember. Woljif! Where's Woljif? How could I forget Woljif? He's my favorite. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's right there. Right across. He's up. He's in the space I didn't go yet. Woljif. Woljif. Woljif? Where is he? I said he was here. Woljif? Hello? Nope, stop it. But Sela, where? I completely don't know where. I'm not stopping until I find him. There he is.
Follow if
Stop hiding from me, Woljif. You know what the queen does to people who keep her waiting? I don't, but I know better than to find out. Okay, Woljif, fine, I'll go see the queen. I didn't know it was so important to you. Nura Dendawar's tent. Who? I'm just gonna intrude. This is Nura Dendawar's tent. It seems she brought a lot of unnecessary items along with her. Hello? I'm a steal. I shouldn't, but I'm going to. Stealing is wrong. I just want to promote that. I don't promote theft. Just in Pathfinder, I kind of do. Okay. Yes. Hello? That was weird. Why did you glow? I don't know. Oh, hey, Tirabate's tent. This is mine and Anevia's tent. We're both used to traveling, but the queen insisted our tent to be furnished like a commanding officer's. Oh, that's so nice. The queen seems like a really nice lady. Excuse me, I'm going to take your things. Hello. Ah. I'm gonna take your things. Sorry about this. Yeah, they push their beds together. Makes sense. This massive bed is clean and neatly made. Only commanding officers are allowed such luxury during marches. I can read. Why do you keep glowing? That's the queen's tent. I just want to make sure I invade everyone else's privacy before I go in. I think I did. I'll check, but I think I did. Field medic, chapel, commander. Yeah, I did. Oh, wait, did I not get some loot? Hello? I need to get all the loot. I need to sell things. What's there?
I'm off. There's something
Aha!
here.
Protection from chaos. We're probably gonna need a lot of those. Whoops, that's what I meant. Oh, Ember! I forgot to level up everybody else. I should do that. Right. There it is. Ooh, is that cold iron? No. Sorry guys, I know this isn't the most thrilling gameplay. I just want to get all the loot. Then we can head to the commander's tent. I just need to get all the loot. Aha! Nope, I keep hitting the wrong button. M. And right over here by Woljif. Ha! And then I got everything. Ooh. Nice. Okay, let's see if we can learn any of these scrolls. Ooh, what's that? I can learn it. Ray of Enfeeblement. I think everything else I have attempted to learn. Oh, that's another thing I should do because we got more spells. She's getting fire, of course, because of her. Yep. Makes sense. There we go. Evocation. Yep, makes sense. Weird how sometimes I get everybody and sometimes I don't. Okay, you're also gonna get evocation. Alright. Abundant casting. It's always good. Abundant casting is always a good one for spellcasters. Okay. And now we're going to do spell books. Okay, doke. Let's see. Do another cure wounds. Your piercing scream. Remove sickness. We'll do mage. Nah, we don't need mage armor. I never rely on that. We'll do another snowball. Nah, you know what? Actually, I want to... Nope, burning hands. Blindness. Definitely. Definitely another cure moderate. Bone Shaker's a good one. It's a good direct attack. All enemies. That's also a good one. Yeah, we'll do Scare. And we can learn 3rd level spells. Yes. Bestow Curse. Definitely want it. Cure serious wounds, sorry. Remove disease. Wait, don't I have that? I don't remove sickness. What's the difference? Oh, that's not what I thought it was. So we'll replace that with another. Definitely remove disease. Dispel magic, of course, is another. Now we'll do another remove disease. Dispel magic, I feel like, is. Oh. It's fine. Wolfjif's the other one I'm using. He knows so many spells. Vanish is a good one. Better than wasting a second level for invisibility. Shield's a good one. Magic Missile's a good one. Protection from alignment. He has a communal version of that. That's fine. Invisibility, we'll give him another one of those. Protection from alignment, definitely. Scorching Ray, absolutely. Glitter Dust, absolutely. He doesn't have those yet, so can't give them to him. She just has a lot of uses. Oh my gosh, I haven't even set you up at all. Ugh. They don't use you. They don't like you. I think you're annoying. So your specialty's illusion. Okay. And abjuration is your bad choice. Let's give you enlarge. Mage armor, magic missile. Actually, now that I think about it, you can probably learn a lot of spells that we have. Since you are part Wizlord. You know, for as smart as she says she is, she doesn't know too many spells. Wolfjif is by far superior. I really don't use scrolls for anything else outside of this. I know what people are thinking, why would you use spells when you have a scroll that can do the same thing? And that's a fair point. I just have a bad habit of not being able to track what scrolls I have and don't have. Okay, here we go. Much better now. Your piercing scream. Yeah, you can't do a lot of those. Reduce person's good for you personally. Let's have you do another snowball. Okay. Alright. Great pit. Cool. I'm surprised they actually did create pit. I wonder what that looks like. Acid arrow, definitely. Necromancy and abjuration you cannot do. Cool. Great. Okay, so this is more of like an area attack to sneak up people with. Your image is a good one. Yeah, another one of those. Yeah, opposition school, opposition school. Displacement. It's a good one. Heroism. Excellent. Haste. Excellent. Haste is amazing. Especially on a monk. Those are the only ones you know. Okay. You are a used person. You are. I did. Melia. Let's give you blindness. Remove curse. Remove curse is a good one. Let's give you 2 of those. Spell magic. Absolutely. Animate dead. No. You may be evil. At least I suspect you are by the things you say. But you are definitely not... Give you bark skin. That's gonna be really... No, because we have potions of that. Protection from alignment. Better to have multiple people with it. Remove paralysis. Do another bull strength. Why not? That's always helpful. Do a burning hands. Definitely. We don't need you to have bless. Remove fear. Good one. You already have enlarged person. Yeah, that looks fine. Just give you another enlarged person. Oh, can you not? Okay, so yeah, it can only be in here. Give you another entangled. Why not? Now I have so many spell slots, I don't know what to do with them all. I think that was everybody. Gary did all of me. Yep. And now I have a normal amount of spell slots, and that makes me so happy, because that was my one complaint about the witch class, was I didn't feel like it had a lot of slots. Okay. Now that we've done all of that... Ugh. Sorry, I know that was not the most thrilling gameplay. Here we go over here. Alright, let's go. Sad Darren's leaving. I really liked him. I thought he was funny. Oh, we got Woljif. I guess we'll live. Ooh, can I take these? Better. Hi everybody, sorry about that. I guess my stream cut out for some reason. I don't know if that was Twitch or my internet, but... we are back. I haven't done anything. I just changed out Sela's half plate +1 for a half plate of vigor, which gives her extra constitution and is +2 enhancement in comparison to a +1 enhancement. Which will make her credible AC very much higher. I also forgot to do her... no, I didn't. It's the same. She didn't gain any spell slots. So, yeah, we're good. And I'm gonna save. And now we can talk to her. The Queen greets you with a stare. She has dropped the pompous air with which she just announced the Fifth Crusade. The face of the ruler of Mandev appears calm and thoughtful. She has made her move and now awaits her opponent's reply.
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds.
She gets quickly to the point. Okay.
I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden.
Yep.
Our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomade herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them, and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities. teleportation.
Wow.
A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Social Vainik.
Hi, Social. The queen nods to the human man and the young halfling woman standing next to her.
One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomade also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
Ooh, that's a cool code name. Hawkblade.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now, but I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
Hi! Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad.
Oh my god,
There's
Lindsay?
Knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons. I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it.
Hi, Lindsay. You are basically Lindsay. How you doing? Nura, huh? I don't know. If I like you as much as I like Lindsay, I will cry.
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
Oh, of course.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, her trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
He already left. When we met at the Defender's Heart, did you know the souls of angels from heaven are confined in the Wardstone?
I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual Celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomede's herald erected the first wardstone in Kenobris, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts, but my faith in Iomade easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works.
I don't agree with that.
Nevertheless, I am pleased that you solved the mystery of the wardstone in Kenobris, and were able to save this gift of Iomade. It was a deed worthy of a Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade.
The Queen subtly inclines her head in solemn acknowledgement of your service. You should know I received an unusual gift in the caves beneath Canabras. In a vision, I saw the death of an angel called Lariel. Somehow he was able to grant me the ability to reveal the light of heaven.
Lariel. I knew him. He disappeared shortly before the world wound grew, and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands.
You were the paladin.
In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single angel. Even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on this special mission. It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again?
I would hope so. When we met at the Defender's Heart, I never imagined you'd make me the commander of the new crusade.
Some actions may be deemed bold, or even extreme, and beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I am willing to stake everything on it. However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the crusade.
I can't.
I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade.
I have some questions about my mission to retake Dresden.
Of course. I shall answer.
How the demons managed to conquer Dresden. We mostly know this. We know it has something to do with Staunton and Monago.
That's a good question. Its walls were built by dwarf craftsmen, and the power of the Sword of Valor protected the city. Alas, where raging hordes failed, a single lying tongue was all they needed to succeed. The demoness Monago convinced a young and ambitious crusader named Staunton Vane that the banner belonged on the battlefield. He went on a daring and unapproved raid, and the banner ended up in the enemy's hands. The city fell soon after. Ever since then, for 7 decades, it has served as a citadel for the forces of the Abyss.
Makes sense. I saw him at the Great Garrison. He defected to the demon's side.
Oh, really? I wasn't informed of this. After Dresden fell because of Staunton, he was nearly sentenced to death. He deserved it. In wartime, men are hanged for far less. But you have no idea what a terrible sight it is. A raging crowd of crusaders baying for blood. Never have my fighters looked so much like the demons we are fighting.
Yep. Galfrey frowns.
I commuted Staunton's sentence and stripped him of his rank. Not just for him, but for my army and my country. We are not Hell Knights. We do not maintain discipline with public executions.
It was a tough choice for her, and I get that. But she also did do this. You punished him with a life of disgrace and humiliation, and that life finally broke him. It's sad, but not surprising. Do we have a right to judge her for her choices? We could say this, but at the time what she's saying is that if they had killed him and given into that, it would not have been right. Which I'm sure is true, but at the same time what she put him through was worse than just death. At least that's what I think. I'm going to say this. You punished him with a life of disgrace and humiliation, and that life finally broke him. It's sad, but not surprising.
Perhaps exile would have been a more merciful sentence than decades of service among those who despised him. I was hoping he might atone for his guilt with a heroic act, but he likely decided that atonement was impossible, and he might as well give himself over to evil.
I also am kind of... I really do think that he also might be charmed. I'm not certain, I don't know. But I know that demons do charm people, and that happens. What forces are at my disposal?
Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness. Also marching with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Neurosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit.
True, it's a good moral booster.
These forces, as I said, are not enough for a march on Dresden. You will have to hire additional troops with the funds that have been provided to you. But for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, that is just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of Valor, and gain a foothold in the region, then new armies will join under your banner. The Fifth Crusade is only beginning. Many battles and victories lie ahead.
It's been decades and no one has managed to retake the city. Why do you think we're different?
We have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demon's plans in Canabris. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the Abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished on the streets of Canabris. We must attack swiftly before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demons cannot teleport into an area protected by the banner of the goddess.
What about long-term goals? Do you know how to get rid of the Whirlwind forever?
Now you are talking like a real knight commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the Abyss across the territory we call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed.
The Queen nods in approval, but frowns.
The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the Abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here.
Wow.
However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the World Wound was opened. The main rift lies through the city of Iz.
Sorry about that.
Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the mages to explore the origins of the World Wound. So, the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the World Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold. The very threshold of the Abyss.
Ooh. That is gonna be a toughie. No more questions regarding
Wonderful.
that. What are you going to do?
Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander?
Godfrey arches her eyebrow. My queen, I'd ask you to remain with us. The Dresden campaign is the hope of the crusade, and the blessing of Iomedae that you carry may be decisive in this battle.
Here, a polite attempt to appeal to the conscience of an old sovereign?
That was a weird in and out moment the game just did. The queen flashes something of a slightly astonished smile.
I don't know if you realize what you're suggesting. If our enemies in the depths of the wound were to discover that I was with your army, they would immediately send their most vicious demons to attack. They would stop at nothing to be rid of me, and thereby sow chaos across Mendev. But you are right. I shouldn't be sitting it out in the rear. I am a warrior queen, and
Hell
a
yeah.
queen of warriors.
Hell yeah.
Yet my fighters have forgotten what I look like. Fine. I shall join the crusade.
Hell yeah.
But on my own terms.
Oh, okay.
First, I shall assemble my entourage and lead the parade out of the camp. I shall catch up with you later, along with a few hand-picked bodyguards.
Okay.
We'll change our armor, and I'll become a knight of a minor order and join the troops incognito.
Okay, that's fair.
Until we approach Dresden, no one should know I am among you. But before we storm the city, I shall show myself to the troops and join the battle. Let it be a surprise for the demons. I hope you won't complain of my company on the road, Commander, since you were the one who insisted upon it. Do you have any other questions?
No, I find you very charming. The task is clear.
Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable.
Okay, I thought of something. What did you think of? The queen gives you an impish wink.
Count Count. There you are. You received my instruction?
Oh? Wait, Darren?
I did.
Hey!
Though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, she has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
Wait, what? The Queen makes a stately gesture in your direction. Also, that is quite the title.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
What happened? Darren's cool expression wavers, but he seems not to be fully cognizant of what is happening. That or he is holding himself tightly in check. Did you just make him stay? That's amazing! What a wonderful gesture, Your Majesty. I imagine our dear Count would have been inconsolable if you hadn't given him this chance to serve the common cause. Play along with it! That's amazing! Doing it.
I knew you would approve, Commander.
The Queen bestows a smile upon you, then brings her gaze to rest on Darren once more.
I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post, but I trust that you will dutifully fulfill her orders and make a good showing of yourself.
Oh my god, I love this.
Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
Oh my god. The Count offers a bow, either as a sign of respect or in order to hide his flushed face. Only the bear's quaver can be heard in his voice. He's so mad!
Then let's get going. May Ayomide help us.
Wait. No. What did I not do? No! What? Wait. Journal. Oh, well. My bad. I talked to my companions, that's all I cared about. Unfortunately, I did not get to do that. But I did do these. Oh! I can still do this! Yay! It's just updated. Oh no. That probably means a bad outcome. Ooh. Don't care for that. League of the Cart. While the world burns, talk to the Inquisitor Loiter as soon as possible. A farewell, talk to Social. Okay. Opening. Wipe out the band of cultists. Okay. Okay. Hi, Anivia. How you doing? Anivia sweeps an inquisitive glance over you. So tell me straight, how'd that brawl at the Great Garrison end? I heard the rumors, of course. That's kind of my job, you know, to listen. I've no idea what cobblers the Crusaders say to you. Some say that Iomade came to you and appointed you her herald. Others say that you died and An honest-to-God's angel is now leading the army disguised as you. Still others say it was just an explosion at the alchemist lab, and I'm the one spreading rumors about your powers. I wish. I mean, I am an ASMR. But you know, you really have changed since the Great Garrison. It's hard to describe, but you've become kinda... Anivia waves her hand trying to find the word. More charismatic. More dangerous. I have a gut instinct about these things. If I didn't, I'd already be dead. You're dangerous, Commander, and by Desna, I hope you'll be dangerous to our enemies and not to us. Or to yourself. I have to go. I don't like the way that conversation ended, with us just saying, oh, I gotta leave. Seems super cryptic. Oh, look at our little familiar jumping around, little jumping squirrel. Oh, there's a rest. That's nice. Okay. That was amazing. I love that she made Darren stay. First Crusade! Alright, let's do this. Talk to Sociel, it seems the easiest thing to do. And then to Irabeth. Hey! Alright. Mysterious elf. Hello. Damn it. We're Wilsir Garms, the camp quartermaster at your service. How may I be? Hi! Oh, you're the quartermaster. I'm sorry, I missed right over you. I saw you talking to a girl hiding her face. Who was she? What did she want? I don't know, Commander. She never introduced herself, but I bet she's not a part of our party. I know all the soldiers by name and by sight. Wilsir frowns gloomily, his cordiality gone in an instant. She was looking for some elf volunteer, wanted to know which tent he was sleeping in. At first, I thought she was a messenger from Mendev. She definitely wasn't one of us. But now I see how it all looks mighty shifty. The quartermaster eyes you with concern. She was some sort of spy then. How much you in a bet it was Kaelessa, who was looking for Thorn? Tell me about yourself. Quartermaster looks away sheepishly. Oh, aren't you cute? There isn't much to tell, really. I was born in Canabras in a humble family. I got an education, taught myself to read and write. Got drafted into the army, spent 3 years as a shield bearer in the first line. I left after I did my time and joined the Stonemasons Guild. Then I moved on to the shipwrights and rose to crew chief. Sailed to Iobaria twice and returned with goods, made some money, built a house, but I haven't started a family yet. I think I will after we are done with this war. Those are some good goals. Sounds like this guy's had a good life. Good for you. But a few years ago, something started gnawing at me. I got this feeling like I needed to go home, that there was a storm headed for my native city. When there's trouble in Mendev, there's only one thing to do. You go to the recruiter and sign up for the army. So I did. At first, they wanted me to make an infantry sergeant, but then they decided I'd be a better fit in the supply department. I can take care of army property, but I'm pretty handy around a warehouse, not to mention I know how to manage a band of helpers. And so that's how I became quartermaster. Wilsir gives you a shy smile and shrugs, as if this were a wholly unremarkable story typical of any crusader. What are your duties in camp? A little bit of everything. What's an officer to a soldier? A strict father. So what does this make a quartermaster like myself? Something like their mum. That's what. I make sure the lads have everything they need to defeat the enemy and come back from battle in one piece. Wilsir starts ticking off his fingers. That means food, firewood, food, firewood, medicine, tents, mediclothes, fixed weapons. The horses have got to be fed and watered. The camp's got to be fortified by the evening and broken up by the morning. I make sure the wages are paid on time and the wagon wheels don't squeak. And then there are reports. Gods, until you asked, I never realized how many duties I actually had. What do the soldiers think of their new commander? They mostly tell tales about your unusual power, but they don't shy away from talking about you as a person, too. Soldiers are always like that. If Imode herself descended from heaven, I bet you they'd jabber on about how she grips her sword and how good she looks in her armor. I'm flattered. Word is that you possess some special magic and no spells that no one's ever seen in Mendev before. People say you can do all sorts of stunts, turn into a dragon, throw lightning bolts, fly across the sky, and that you specialize in this one spell that lets you carouse and make love all night long without ever flagging. Oh my god! I don't know where they got the last one from. You'd think they weren't righteous warriors of light, but common soldiers, huh? Wolser says with a genial smile. Ooh, is my face hot? I feel like it is. Show me what you have. Woljif, you have anything to say now? Yeah, you do. Woljif gives you a friendly wave. Hey, Chief, want to talk? What do you think of my new powers? Woljif pauses to think, rubbing his chin. You mean what you did back there? I have a few ideas. We could send you to Pitax's underground arena to fight, give you a scary name like Swift Sting or something like that, give you a great cover story, enemies burnt down your house, you're avenging your dead family, the public eats that stuff up. You'll wear a shiny, eye-catching outfit, or a black one if you like black better. We'll split the prize money 60-40. 60 for me, of course. You know, arranging fights isn't easy. Those people are tough. I'll be taking more risks than you. And after we set up in Pitax, we'll tour different cities, make some real money. What, you don't like the sound of it? You're ridiculous, Woljif. You have any other suggestions? Woljif grins, his yellow eyes lighting up. I got one more. Have you ever heard of Razmoran? It's some land in the River Kingdoms ruled by King Razmir. A friend of mine used to live in Razmoran. He got out of there as fast as he could. Long story short, this King Razmir of theirs is a god. He keeps his people under his heel. They're all terrified of what he might do. He sits on his throne wearing some white mask giving power to anyone. Come and take power from me, he says, so long as you believe in me. Woljif quickly checks that no one is eavesdropping. Are you suggesting I become a god, bro? But that friend of mine, the one who fled, has a half-sister on his old man's side who's a cook in the castle, and a washerwoman who the cook plays cards with in the evenings told her a juicy rumor. Word is, Razmir isn't a real god at all, and he's got no powers. So here's my point. You do have powers, pretty scary ones too. We'll find some shabby little kingdom, I'll start some rumors, you'll show off a few tricks to wow the locals, and that's it. We'll make you a deity. But first, I want you to put it in writing that I'll be your chief advisor. I'm not doing anything just on the nod. I've been there. People promise you mountains of gold, and then when it comes to it, they're all, get lost, or I'll set the dogs on you. So, do you like the idea? Listen, I don't like deceiving people. That's just me. I like the creativity because Razmir is always already doing it. And we would be a good person, so, and it's just basically like being royalty. Like if you aren't actually a god, you're not gonna just fight someone. So, I don't know. It's an interesting idea, but I need to think about it. Sure, think about it. Just call me if you need, we'll discuss it. I have to go talk later. Tell you what, if I actually become a deity, I'll do it, Woljif. What are alignments at right now? I would definitely go more toward the chaotic side of things, which is fine. And I want to put some things away. Oh, there's Tierbade. I have to talk to her too. I have to talk to her and Sociol. Okay. I'll keep that. It's not a lot. Accessories are not heavy. Oh, that's what's making all that noise. Jumping squirrel. Alright, let's go outside. Because I like to not have a lot of weight on my character if I can help it. Especially if they're squishy and don't have a lot of Muscle? Commander, allow me to say something. Irabeth looks even more serious than usual. Before you... This wasn't a war. It was agony drawn out over decades. No one believed in victory anymore. When the demons attacked the city, for some it was a relief. At least the end had come. They laid down their weapons and surrendered without a fight. That's sad. I felt the same thing, but I somehow got through on stubbornness and the vague hope that if nobody found Anivia's body, she might by some miracle have survived. And that miracle was you. You returned my beloved to me when I'd nearly lost all hope of seeing her again. Then you went on a suicide mission to the Great Garrison and won the city back for us. You turned a defeat into a victory. I know it wasn't easy, but you make everything seem so effortless. You do everything just like that. She says with a snap of her finger. The Queen believes in your powers too, but for me, they're just more proof of what I felt that day when I saw Anivia alive standing next to you. You're the miracle we've been waiting for. You're the one who will finally put an end to this terrible war, and in spite of everything, deliver us the victory we so desperately need. With you, I'm sure this crusade will achieve what the others could not. I found a scabbard with your family's name on it in the Great Garrison. Arabeth looks down. This scabbard held the solemn hour, my family sword. My father once fought with it, and I took it when I left home to become a paladin. Alas, it was not stolen. I parted with my heirloom willingly to help someone dear to me. Anivia needed expensive healing, and having no other way to procure that money, I pawned my father's sword. I think he would have understood. I'm sure he would have given up everything to help the family. Man, I'm sorry that happened to you. I hoped to redeem the solemn hour eventually, but there was never enough money, and soon the sword disappeared from the pawn shop altogether. I have no idea who took it. Seems like I'll have to part with my father's sword forever. Is Anivius... I can see you truly love her, for starters. A delicate blush appears on Irabeth's cheek. She nods silently. Irabeth lovingly traces the name imprinted in silver on the scabbard's leather. My parents were loyal servants, yet it wasn't enough to earn them a title or a coat of arms. Still, however humble our name might be, it was worth something. I don't know if I'll ever see the solemn hour again, but at least I have its scabbard back. Thank you. So, it turns out the Queen has her head of counterintelligence watching me. I wonder why. You think the Queen doesn't trust you? If that were true, she wouldn't have put you in charge of this army. My main task is to be your advisor until you've gained enough experience as a commander. As for counterintelligence, Anivia and I were tasked with keeping an eye on your inner circle. But you're not under suspicion, Commander. You're under our protection. That's... It's hard to believe your origin is so humble. You deserve a noble title more than many who inherit them. Arabeth's cheeks blush a little. Thank you, Commander. It is an honor to hear that, especially from you. Every noble family begins somewhere. You must have heard the recent story from the Stolen Lands and the River Kingdoms. Just imagine coming from nowhere and making it all the way to a royal crown in just a few years. Yay, Leita, my other character. I love her so. Sometimes I wonder what would happen if I managed to distinguish myself somehow. But then I push away such unworthy, selfish thoughts, of course. We don't fight for rewards. The fate of the world is at stake, and yet... Irabeth's blush deepens and she falls silent. We need reinforcements. Can you get us more soldiers? Irabeth frowns. We began the march on Dresden. When we began the march in Dresden, we chose speed over numbers. If I order more volunteers to be recruited, they simply won't arrive in time. We could pay mages to deliver the troops to the camp, except I doubt that our army's coffers could afford it. If you can spare 7,500 gold coins, I will see to our reinforcements. I actually have the money for that, and it's a good thing I didn't buy anything. You have your orders. If two of your armies stand next to each other on the global map, you can transfer units between them by clicking on buttons that appear next to the army's name. Upon exchanging troops, the number of movement points of each army will become equal to the lowest value among the two. Clicking the I button next to an army's name on the left will take you to the management screen. Oh boy, this is gonna be a carf. This is gonna be... Consider it done. I have to go. Says goodbye with a short bow. So now I'm 7.5 gold poorer, but we have more troops. And she was just like, hey, if you have the money for it, yeah, we can get you more people. Hi, Ember. Ember is bobbing her head and humming a tune. She greets you with a carefree, cheerful smile. Her wandering eyes linger on you for just a moment before darting off again into the distance. How are you handling your new abilities? Abilities? The girl tilts her head to her shoulder. What are you talking about? Oh, the tricks you learned when the big gray house blew up? They're funny. Thanks for teaching them to me. The queen gave me the title Knight Commander and put me in charge of an army. What do you think about that? The elf focuses her wandering gaze on your eyes, smiles, and shakes her head. Don't believe in titles. All of us in the world are children of the street, barefoot, hungry, scared. A step away from death. Some imagine they're strong and rich like gods, but don't forget who you really are behind the title. She's a really smart little kid. Really smart kid. Taking that, thanks. Basically, I'm just going around talking to everybody again. Where is Social? Here's Nenio. Ember. Social's over here next to Darren. I have to go over there. It's amazing. It's gonna be hilarious. Oh, here's Loiter. Hold on, I gotta talk to Loiter. Hey, Loiter. Commander, a tall man with piercing yellow-green eyes gives you a brief nod. Let me personally congratulate you on your new title, and thank you for your time in advance. I am Loiter Hawkblade, an Inquisitor of the Church of Iomade, the Bringer of Light. I require your assistance in a certain delicate matter involving one of your companions, young Count Darren Arende. Oh god, what'd he do now? Tell me more about yourself, Inquisitor. I want to know who I'm dealing with. I am Ulfin by birth, but I have lived in Mendev for most of my life, dedicating myself to the service of the Inheritor. My warrior brethren mostly worship Gorham, but I've never been eager to fight for the sake of battle alone. I was a good fighter in my early youth and could easily best most of my peers, but I didn't enjoy showing off my skills. Victory is bland on its own. Purpose adds flavor to war. I can't say that I have always been a faithful sword of Iomade. Back in my mercenary days, fate brought me to the borders of Mendev, where I spent quite a long time among the Crusaders, fighting shoulder to shoulder with my righteous comrades in arms. And watching demons commit their atrocities eventually led me to something I had been seeking my whole life. Purpose and faith. That is how I found my calling. Even though it may be hard at times, I've never regretted my decisions. What brings you here? I ask you to assist the Church of Iomade in an investigation of the utmost importance. I understand that the leader of the crusade has plenty of other matters to attend to, but please allow me to tell you the details. Perhaps it will explain why I am calling upon you. The Inquisitor's open face instantly reveals his feelings. He frowns and looks through you, lost in thoughts for a moment. I suppose you have already heard about Count Arande's story? I refer to the tragedy at the Heaven's Edge estate. You're going to investigate this old case again, aren't you? Yes, I am. I have several reasons to doubt the widely shared account of what exactly happened at the estate and how it happened. You see, Commander, I was among those sent to examine the estate after the incident. I saw everything with my own eyes, and I still remember it clearly, even though it feels like it happened a lifetime ago. Heaven's Edge was a unique place that still carried the spirit of old Mendev. Mendev, before the world wound. and yet on that day it turned into a labyrinth house of horrors like something only seen in our nightmares. Apologies for the digression. I wanted to tell you about my suspicions. Okay. Everything about the incident seemed odd. Why was the only person left a young boy with a newfound talent for divine magic? Why did nobody send to Canabras for help, even though the agony spanned many hours? We found the demons dead with their heads cut off. When we got into the estate, how were they defeated? How did the disease kill even the paladins present at the estate, who are said to be immune to any disease? If the demons had found a way to penetrate the Holy Warrior's defenses, why has this never been repeated since the tragedy at Heaven's Edge? These are all fabulous questions. You are the only person who can help me here, Commander, because the only living witness of those events is currently serving in your army. Your army's route will take you near the very site of the tragedy. Heaven's Edge has been abandoned and sealed with potent magic throughout all these years, and only the Count has the power to break the seal. He is unlikely to invite an Inquisitor inside, and in any case he won't like me sniffing around his family seat. But if you, as his commander, express your wish to visit the estate, he will be obliged to fulfill it, and I will simply follow you as one of your attendants. There are 100 ways, 1,000 paths, a myriad loopholes in human lives that the forces of evil can use to their advantage. I am not sure which one of these led the demons to the gate of Heaven's Edge, but I do know it wasn't a simple raid, the kind Crusaders face every day. That incident involved a significantly more powerful entity, and that is why I am asking for your help. We cannot be sure that such a tragedy will not happen again until we uncover the truth. You've already been there several times. What do you expect to find now? Years later. I was young and inexperienced, Inquisitor, when I first visited Heaven's Edge 10 years ago. My skills have improved significantly since then, and I have paid dearly for that. Loiter makes a gesture pointing at his scars. My arsenal includes many spells and techniques dedicated to gathering information about people and events. Almost all of them require me to be physically present in the place where the event in question happened. That is why I must return to Heaven's Edge. Why can't you just search the estate yourself without involving me? The estate is abandoned. He already said this. It's sealed. Did you question Darren himself? I did, but the Count insists he couldn't remember anything about the incident due to severe shock. He saw the demons at the very beginning when they appeared at the celebration to announce the onset of the plague and mock their victims. He also witnessed the death of his mother, Countess Selena. Beautiful name. That was all he would tell me. Loiter pauses. We had found the young Count sleeping like a log on the floor in one of the rear chambers, having drunk about half the family wine cellar all by himself. There is no reason to disbelieve him on the matter. So you suspect Darren is hiding something? That he is to blame for the tragedy? I deliberately refuse to entertain any theories or suspicions so that it doesn't affect the investigation. There is a saying among my colleagues that suspicion is the mother of prejudice, and prejudice is married to failure. I can only tell you that Count Arande wasn't suffering from demonic possession, the most common malady in our country at the time. Prelate Halrun himself examined the boy right after the tragedy, and he didn't sense anything awry about him. With him, sorry. Let's take a drink. This is gonna be a long story. About 10 years ago, several powerful demons managed to penetrate the Wardstone barrier and commit mass murder of all the guests who attended the feast in celebration of young Darren's birthday. Oh, that's horrible. The unknown magical disease they had brought wiped out the whole estate in less than a day. That was not a unique case in itself. The demons had attempted such raids on Mandevian lands before, but they had never dared target such a well-protected place. The Arande family was exceptionally rich. The estate was protected by elite guards. There were several strong and righteous paladins among the guests. Moreover, the revered Nestrin, Darren's tutor, was one of the most powerful priests of Iomedae in the vicinity. All of them died, nonetheless, except for the Count, who had suddenly manifested his outstanding sacred healing powers. Was that a divine miracle or a curse? That remains to be seen. I'll help you. What do you need me to do? Because if Darren's telling the truth and he doesn't know what happened, maybe it would help to know what happened in that interim. Maybe it would help him move past it. Maybe that's why he lives his life the way he does. He's traumatized. Maybe it would give him the closure he needs. Loiter bows his head to you with exceptional reverence. Thank you, Commander. Now I ask you speak to the Count and tell him that you wish to see at Heaven's Edge. Please do not inform him of my presence right away. I will join your escort when it's time to travel to the estate. When we get there, I will also require your help during the investigation. You'll have to allow me observing my actions as an independent witness. You'll have to follow me, observing my actions as an independent witness. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask me. I will remain here for a while. I have to go. Okay. That is the only thing about this game that's really hard on me is all the reading. Ooh, my poor throat. But I still love it. Ooh, hello. Loot! Have to loot. There's Socio. Hi, Socio. What you want to talk about?
Hello again. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
A young cleric stands before an easel, sorry. His brush hovering over the canvas without touching it. Instead of painting, the young man absentmindly gazes at the sky of Canabras, which is still streaked with towering plumes of black smoke. Finally, he notices you and smiles, shaking off his stupor.
It's a pity I wasn't there at the Grey Garrison to witness your feats of strength with my own eyes. The flash, however, could be seen miles and miles away. Some people were frightened of it, thinking that the demons had blown up the remains of the keep. I, for one, knew immediately that it was a good sign. The light above the city showed us that there was still hope.
What are you painting? The cleric's eyes linger mournfully on the canvas. The unfinished painting depicts a temple crowned with a rainbow-tailed bird, the symbol of Shaylin. 5 people dressed in robes stand before the temple, men and women, young and old. They all gaze back at you with radiant happiness and joy in their serene eyes.
My brothers and sisters in faith. They sent me for help, and then they saved my life, Commander. If the Prioress hadn't ordered me to escape the city and seek help, I would have died right along with them. Instead, I met Queen Galfrey on her way to Nerosian, and hurriedly returned to Canabras, only to find my friends dead on the steps of our desecrated temple.
I'm so sorry.
I want to draw them the way they live on in my memory. Wise, beautiful, and loyal to their goddess and their city to the very end.
Sociel touches the edges of the canvas gently, as if patting a friend's shoulder in consolation. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I will never forget that I owe them my life. Every minute of it, every breath that I take, is a gift they gave me. Now it's my duty to make sure my friends and tutors did not die in vain. I will honor their sacrifice by making this world a bit more beautiful and kind.
So, who are you and how— I don't like how this is worded. How could you possibly be useful?
My name is Soziel Vanek. I am a cleric of Shaylin, the Eternal Rose and the Goddess of Beauty.
Yep.
Yes, I know that many people would consider me useless in a war. This is not a usual war, though. Just consider our enemy. The Abyss and his demons are the very embodiment of everything evil and ugly in the world. Perhaps a disciple of kindness and beauty might come in handy.
Sociel smiles with embarrassment. You know, they will want to tear you to pieces, even more than everyone else, because demons hate beautiful things, but Shaylin doesn't hate ugly things. Shaylin is the goddess of art, beauty, and love. And she is the goddess of the first ever Pathfinder character I made named Leita. In my Pathfinder Kingmaker game, I played a Shaylin cleric named Leita Avenir. originally came from Druma and is now ruling over that stolen land area. And she is a neutral good character, and it is a wonderful, happy place. And it warms my heart to think that's canon in my universe, because there are so many countries. There are a lot more neutral or evil countries than there are good in the Pathfinder universe. So to just imagine that there could possibly be another good one makes me very happy. And I think a Shalenite is more suited to the leading.
I have no doubt that we will win this war,
but not
Commander.
a war. Not in a
We just
war.
have to. It is our destiny. My role is to help you, and all those standing by your side in this struggle, to survive and flourish. Everyone deserves the chance to find peace and happiness in the world that they are defending so selflessly.
What made an artist enlist in the army?
Perhaps I am a true artist, or simply an amateur who defaces canvases in my spare time. My goddess is a patron of art, so painting is part of my prayer, and I put all my heart into my pieces. But I am a cleric above all else, so I must also tend to others. I went to war because here's where I'm most needed. Sure, I could be painting idyllic landscapes and offering empty prayers to my goddess, but that won't stop people from dying. My goddess has no tolerance for false piety.
You wanted to discuss something with me?
Yes, I have a personal request. Before we undertake our journey and leave Canabras behind, I would like to visit Martyr Zacharias' cemetery for a funeral. It's not far from here, and it's important. I would like to pay my respects to my friends from the Temple of Shalen who died defending the city. Also, if it's not too much trouble, I would like you to come with me to honor their memory. Their friends and family will be at the funeral, and perhaps the commander's personal presence will bring them comfort.
Oh.
I know that you are burdened by many cares right now, so I understand if you can't find the time. But if you could, I would be sincerely grateful.
Of course we have time for that. I couldn't say no to such a thing. It was nice meeting you. I have to go.
You must be rather busy indeed. Leading a crusade all by yourself is no joke. I still believe that you are up to the task. This war has been raging for 100 years, but you've given us a chance at victory.
Of course I'll help with that. How could you say no to such a request? I couldn't. I'm not heartless. That's an ASMR. That's an elf. Or a half elf. Darren! So how do you like your new role as advisor, bro? Haha! He winces. Darren winces. You also enjoy poking me with that stick, don't you? Imagine it. Me, a crusader. If my dearest cousin hoped to teach me a lesson, she managed it perfectly. An assignment I couldn't avoid without losing face, this idiotic journey leading straight into the demon's maws. I could have been on a pleasure boat right now with the loveliest songstress and petax on my arm. Oh god, you're an acquaintance of hers? She's a terrible human being. Is she human even? I don't remember. I just remember she was really messed up. And a bottle of the finest Kionan wine to keep us company. Incidentally, I blame you for all of this. Darren lets out a sigh. Well, actually, I think Cousin Galfrey is to blame for everything that's happened to me, and I suppose some of my misdeeds could be considered my own fault. But I can hardly be expected to take responsibility, can I? Certainly not. Therefore, I shall lay all the blame at your door and plot my revenge. He gives you an innocent smile. Oh no. Oh no. Some people say you are deliberately trying Queen Gallifrey's patience. Is that true? Does it even matter? All of Mendev High Society has declared war on me. They either despise me or they're trying to steer me back into the right path, and I'm doing everything in my power to keep them on their toes. I relish the prospect of all the fun this mess in Canabras will bring. Darren grins from ear to ear. I shall either commission a song about the great Canabras fiasco from a certain talented bard, or confuse the jewelers with a rather tall order. A batch of silver dragon toys with detachable heads. Give me a week and they will be in every shop in the capital. Um. I agree. She deserves your respect, not your mockery. She was nothing but kind to us. It's really messed up. Man, I really want to like Darren, but there's some things he says that I find straight insensitive. And I think he's only kidding, and in a really bad way. Because we could play along and be chaotic. But the thing about that is, we're not chaotic to the point of disrespecting people. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I'm sorry. She's dead. She doesn't really care. And I shall enjoy 3 or 4 minutes of rather pleasant thoughts about the rage of those sanctimonious fools who pester me the most. Listen, I'm just being honest. Looks like it. I genuinely hope that getting away from you would be the end of it. If your gift truly did come from Iomade, then giving me a smidgen of that power was a very subtle joke on her part. I had no idea that our divine lightbringer of Mendev even had a sense of humor. Don't get me started on my many acts of sacrilege against her. That obscene engraving, the truth about the test of the Starstone, is the tamest one by far. I'd love to visit Heaven's Edge and see the Aronde estate someday. Oh, I was just about to mention it myself. I've been thinking, now that I'm in the middle of a whole crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all the recent commotion, my birthday's completely slipped my mind. What if we were to celebrate it at Heaven's Edge, not far from here? Or you'll get to enjoy a banquet in a bona fide haunted house. Darren seems to have trouble getting the words out, which clearly indicate how rarely he has to ask for anything. Since you're my superior, and I'm your advisor, wow. Really hard getting those words out. I'm obliged to ask your permission to leave for the festivities, and I want to invite you too. I'm sure the commander can free up an afternoon while the soldiers are on leave. Are you really gonna throw a banquet at the very place where your whole family died? Darren purses his lips for a moment before replying in a bored drawl. Yes, what of it? Am I supposed to weep and quake with fear for the rest of my life? I've stayed away from the damn place for 10 years, and now I'm going to return there to drink, dance, and be merry without a care in the world. You can keep your squeamish disapproval to yourself. Wow, he is testy. I was just making sure he was okay with that. Alright, deal. Perfect, you'll have a ball, I'm sure of it. Something strange flickers in Darren's smile. Should go, bye. Man, this guy's weird. Darren grows on me, and then he pushes himself away just as fast. He gains my interest and loses it just as quickly.
Hello. So, what do you reckon about everything that's come crashing down on us? All the responsibility, command, this new power?
Sela looks anxious. She's honing her sword, but her movements seem nervous. The girl doesn't even notice you at first, but when she does, she smiles cheerlessly and stops what she's doing. I haven't figured it out yet. We'll see what happens next.
Watching and waiting is a good strategy. Probably. I'm still frightened by what happened in the Grey Garrison. Were we really chosen? By Iomade herself? You know, back when I was a snot-nosed kid who just started down the path to becoming a paladin, I imagined once or twice that I was going to do something heroic. The lights would shine down on me, the trumpets would sing, I'd hear the voice of the goddess, or at least her herald, you know? I'd be informed that I had been chosen for a great cause. But that's the point where my imagination always failed me. Somehow, it really happened. Without all the trumpets or the herald or even anyone explaining what I had to do. Though it's clear as day, my place is here, in this demon-ridden wound. Quite a lovely war going on, in fact. Endless, I hear. I'm gonna need some time to wrap my head around this. Spare me an hour and I'll crawl into some dark corner and whine about my hard lot. What can I tell you? I cry easily.
And that's okay, it is a lot. I'm surprised that's where that conversation ended. Doggo! Doggo! Oh, Ellen of the Hound Hearts. Hi! Oh, there's Curl. Okay, it's everybody. Surprised Sela's not part of that group. Hi. What brings you here? What do you think of what happened in the Grey Garrison? Did you feel a change in yourself? It's hard not to notice when the demons start running away from you like a flock of frightened bats. Power granted by Iomade to defeat demons. Lan raises his hand above his head and pensively scratches behind his single horn. Since I was a kid, I've taken whatever I've been given and used it as best I can. Everything goes when you're trying to survive. It doesn't matter where your blessings come from. We can think about that when we're old, if we live that long. But you know, this time I'm not even so sure. A divine power that just happens out of nowhere, sooner or later we'll have to pay for it. I'd like to know what the price will be. It's a good point. It's a good point. Okay, anybody else I haven't talked to yet? Probably Camellia. There she is. Greetings. What do you think of the powers you received from me? Amelia shrugs nonchalantly. People of noble descent grow accustomed to ample opportunity. The powers I receive from you are useful, but I see no point in treating them with excessive piety. Okay.
I do what I must.
Hi, Horus, you want to talk? Orgus? Orgus Squirm has been expecting you, thumb stuck in his belt. There you are. I've been waiting. As you see, I too have joined the crusade. I don't know how to swing the sword, but war is costly, and I have money. Besides, my intellect and business sense may prove useful even on the battlefield. Besides, I believe... Orgus shifts awkwardly from foot to foot. I believe I owe you an apology. Why? The way I behaved was rude, ill-mannered. You are an honest and noble person. You've clawed your way up from the bottom of society to the title of Knight Commander. And you are friends with Queen Galfer yourself. Such persistence deserves respect. Orgus tilts his head in a brief acknowledgement of your merits. Please allow me to give you this magic amulet from my humble personal treasury to mark our future cooperation. Why you decided to support the Crusades now? With all due respect, that's none of your business. I have my reasons. Perhaps I felt a rush of patriotism when Canabras was destroyed. Anyway, why would you think I never supported the Crusaders? Perhaps I simply don't like the brag about my donations. Ostentatious charity only attracts beggars. I'd wager that Irabeth has no idea whose money she's spending on drinks and supplies. Why did you hide the fact that Camellia is your daughter? Didn't I tell you this at the mansion? It's because her mother Iris was a lowly half-elf who looked after my garden. I always wanted to join the Gwyrm name with another noble family. The Gwyrm legacy was not to be mixed with common blood and vanish into obscurity. Iris didn't mind, and we managed to hide our relationship. How did her mother die? Horgus pierces you with a long, heavy stare. I'm not going to tell you about that. Some things ought to remain private. Okay, obviously it was not old age. Because if she was a half-elf, she would have outlived Horgus by a long shot. Did Camellia kill her own mom? Is that why she's so fucked up? What can you tell me about Count Daron Arande? The nobles of Canabra should be acquainted with each other, shouldn't they? He's a brilliant young man with a brilliant pedigree. And in that story of his, the nobility is glue that keeps our society together. I suppose that is why demons so often choose their estates as primary targets. Who would notice the demons' bloody massacres if they only slaughtered poor country folk? The Arande family shared the tragic plight of the Gwyrms, along with many other members of the nobility. They fell victim to a treacherous attack during a major celebration taking place at their family estate. I hadn't received an invitation and was slightly insulted by the snub, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. The gods saved me from a terrible fate. All the guests died that day from a magical demonic disease. I sympathize with the Count deeply. He has endured so much, and it's no wonder he keeps himself aloof from me. I think this is due to the fact that Horgus Gwyrm's fate so resembles his own, and we both have to relive those horrible memories whenever we see each other. I have to go. What did you give me? Whenever the wearer of this amulet uses a hex, the DC of the saving throw against it is increased by... Ooh! Ah, man, but natural armor. No. Ah, but that's so good, though. Man. Why only one neck slot? AC, no. I guess I have to... okay. I guess I'll give it to someone else. You probably could use it. Yep, there you go. And I'll give it... oh, no, you got one. Okay, cool. Let's give it to... Priscilla. It doesn't have it yet. And I can't even give it to you because you're wearing that thing that hides your alignment for some reason. Give it to you. There you go. Increases it even more. Okay, I think that's everybody. Hillor. Do I know a Hillor? Yes, I do. Do you know anything about a Pathfinder named Dinian Dismar? Hillor rubs his chin. Let me think. Dismar. I've definitely heard that name before. Of course you have. I'm a Pathfinder too. So now you are the commander in these lands. What about Lady Ari? When I left for the wound, she had just taken up the position. Hillor examines the talking weapon and chuckles sadly. I'm afraid Ari perished during the Third Crusade. Yes, now I remember. Finian Dismar went missing in the wound at the end of the Second Crusade. His name has been on the list of the fallen for a while. Here I am, alive and well. Write in your list that I'm back and soon I'll file a detailed report about everything that's happened to me. Dinian's voice is full of joy. I knew it was probably a misunderstanding, but now everything will return to normal. I need to write to my folks, they probably think I'm dead too. Poor lad. Hillor shakes his head sadly, but such is the fate of a Pathfinder. We face the unknown, but sometimes the unknown wins, and our minds cannot take it. Which influential crusaders did you save from the Spinner of Nightmares? I've been hunting the Spinner of Nightmares for over a year. My agents, by the time I'd create a proper network, reported to me that she'd turned to Nerosian. I immediately suspected that she was planning a great atrocity. By that time, I learned all too well that the spinner was the master of illusions and charms. That's why I never left the house without this. Halor takes a monocle from his pocket and puts it on carefully. This is the Eye of Truth. It allows me to see through illusions. My friends got it from the priests of Nethys. However, neither this monocle nor my network of agents were adequate to prevent the attacks, and we were nearly too late. The Spinner of Nightmares decided to strike at the Cruciform Cathedral. They had gathered to celebrate the victory of the First Crusade. It was a great holiday, and there was a lavish ceremony at the cathedral. An influential priest, Anthoclitus, was in charge of the festivities. They were instead intending to crown him with a tiara, a symbol of his high status, but the sacred tiara had been replaced. The spinner had obtained an incultus, a sentient and rather ominous cephalopod from the other end of the world. She raised it from an elver and trained it carefully, and she cast an illusion on it so everyone would see it as a tiara. The moment its shell was placed on Anthoclitus' head, the cephalopod would release its tentacles and penetrate the priest's skull. Its poison would seep into his brain, and it would seize control over Anthoclitus' dead body. Fortunately, we were able to stop this madness in time. I spotted the Spinner of Nightmares in the crowd, chased her down, and we ended up crossing swords on the roof of the cathedral. I nearly defeated her, but she fled upon a great stallion, which was able to run across the air as if it were on the ground. I was so close to catching her. She'd suffered a setback, but I let her escape. Halor's bitter and angry smile shows he hasn't made peace with his failure. I have to go. Good luck, watch your back. Only trust your close friends. The enemy is cunning and treacherous. Horses. Okie dokie. I think that was everyone? No, Nenio.
Interesting.
Hello? Oh, for horses. Rope! Yes! Ah, I need rope. I would love a horse, but I just don't have the class for it. Nenio? Where's Nenio? I feel like I'm just missing her.
We do it my way.
Be surprised if I was. Nope, there she is. Ah, girl, there you are. Very good. Just in time. You will be deleted to know that I need you for an experiment. So the Great Garrison stands ruthless. Demons are running for the hills with their tails between their legs. Mendep's queen, what's her name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Ah, yes, Scalfrey. Is scurrying to and fro, and all this is somehow connected to you, my loyal follower. Thus far there is no scientific evidence of your exceptionality. If one discounts blind faith in divine intervention, which I do. We, people of science, refuse to believe in the inexplicable without any proof. We are the ones who explain the inexplicable. Nenio punctuates her statement with an energetic sweep of her arm. And therefore, open your mouth and say, ah, for me. What? Ah? Nenio peers into your mouth with a practiced eye. Alright, your throat's fine, tongue looks perfectly normal, your breath, she sniffs. The smell is in line with the regular functioning of a digestive system. And now for your teeth. She sticks one hand in your mouth and probes each one of your teeth in turn with the skill of a seasoned dentist. No detectable alterations. By the way, did you know that many individuals, while being wholly civilized representatives of their race, still have an amazingly powerful bite? As if suddenly recalling something, Nenio promptly pulls her hand out of your mouth. Are you really trying to find a correlation between fang length and civility? Nenio seems slightly embarrassed. For the good of science, I look for correlations everywhere and in everything. How can you prove there's no correlation if you don't bother to look for one? Stay silent. Moving on. Alright, what do we do next? Ears. Let's check your ears. Testing! Nenio yells right in your ear, and nods in satisfaction as she observes your reaction. Your hearing is fine, was fine, but don't worry, it's scientifically proven that she'll return to normal soon. Next, Daniel circles you. Eyes are clear, posture is satisfactory, limb length is standard, no lice. She stops, rubs her chin in contemplation, and in a slightly dejected tone says, "Girl, you are the picture of health. It's a pity, I was expecting to find some anomaly. Well, now let's assess your mental state." Okay. Imagine a hypothetical situation. You are a tree. 2 squirrels have found their way into your hollow and are now copulating there. What do you do? I'll do precisely nothing because I am a tree. An unconscious act of withdrawal along the lack of trust in your own abilities, or perhaps just a healthy dose of pragmatism? On the next question, another hypothetical situation. You are a tomato. Okay. You've just been picked from the vegetable patch and put into a crate. You know that today the cook will use half of the tomatoes from your crate to make soup. What do you do? There's nothing I can do. I'm a tomato. On the surface, it appears you don't really believe in your ability to change things, but in fact you are a strong pragmatist who knows perfectly well what you can do and can't do. Your reasoning is that of a mortal, one who is capable of achieving a great deal, though she would deny even that. On that note, I deem this experiment complete. Thank you for your participation. Danielle looks at you pensively and then gestures at you with a wide sweep of her arm. And yet you remain puzzled to me. I love puzzles. One of these days I'll solve you completely, unless I forget. Are you hitting on me? Now I have time to answer your questions. Come on, ask away. I have no questions for you. Oh my god, this lady. It's gonna give me a migraine. Okay, I think I talked to everyone, so... and save... Oh wait, I still have to... Oh, no, you're all caught up. Oh, you don't have a mythic path. Cool, so they really don't... Okay. What do you have? Glaive? I think I have a magical glaive. I gotta go set him up.
You dare.
Also, is the queen here? Did she say she was gonna pretend to be somebody? Okay, so let's see. I'm pretty sure I have a glaive. I have a lot of glaives. That's a good one. That one shows a +1 enhancement, though. But I do love that. That one's also cold iron. Yeah. I think he wears light armor. Which I don't really have anything for, so... Oh no, you wear medium armor. Okay, cool. I have a couple things for that. I don't know what his thing is. First, let's give you this. I know you probably won't like that because it's evil, but... Okay. Yes. There you go. Cool. And I'm gonna put that in there. And sell the other. I also have to, do things. There's a blacksmith. Can I buy stuff from you? Yes, I can! Oh my gosh. Love you. I think everybody has. No. Yes. I think everyone does. I think everyone does. Good. They put at least one of each item in here, which is good, because if you're playing a character with a unique weapon that's hard to find in this game,
I'm off.
it's good that they have somewhere you can get a cold iron version of it. Alright. Finally head out, jeez. Thank you. Area exit? Oh no, I guess we have to rest. Never mind. I have to go. I have to rest. I have to sleep, apparently. Apparently a lot of my party is fatigued. I hope that's something they fix, because it's implied... Hello? A message for the commander. A knight in simple armor lowers his voice. I'm the queen's bodyguard. She sent me to tell you she's arrived at Camp Incognito as planned. You can find her where the minor knightly orders are camped. I'll come talk to her. Where did she where did he go? Oh, there she is, over here. I always have to steal things.
I do what I must.
Good. Anything else? No. Hello. Queen Growlfrey nods to you cordially. Her armor is plain and unadorned. As promised, I entered the ranks incognito, along with a few bodyguards. I have introduced myself as Katrain, an old friend of yours. I am a knight of a minor order, the Green Crows. We shall see how long it takes Anivia to sniff me out. The queen chuckles. Why'd you decide to join the crusade after all? Because I have a curious mind and I am quite unable to sit and do nothing for long. The queen smiles but then grows serious. You ask a difficult question. I must remain as safe as possible. My death or abduction would sow chaos among our forces. However, I am not only a queen, I am also a paladin of Iomade. It is not in my nature to sit in a palace with my sword sheathed. Fair enough. In a manner of speaking, your request was simply a convenient excuse for me to be where I belong, crusading against the demon hordes. Besides, I am curious to see my new knight commander in action. I have a question for you as well. Why did you wish me to join on your crusade? I wanted to know you better. Surely you know how intriguing you are. We're flirty! Enough, Commander. The Queen scoffs with a smile. Everything that could possibly be known about me has been written in the chronicles and notarized. May I ask you a personal question? I've learned so much about Queen Gallifrey from chronicles and legends, but what does the other Queen Gallifrey, the one that the historians and bards cannot see? The Queen smiles faintly. That Gallifrey is an old woman weighed down by a great burden, but she has not lost her passion as she will make the feathers fly when the time comes. Wow, we are super forward I'm just trying to be. This is too forward. Too forward. Mendev is lucky to have such a queen, and I am twice as lucky for she has agreed to fight by my side. Galfrey arches her eyebrow. Strange you say agreed to fight by my side, but what I hear is agreed to go on a date with me. Do you really think that you are the first person to attempt to charm me with such words? You are not. If you want to impress me, you'll need to do better than that. Okay, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. Why did you entrust me with Darren? The queen smiles. I saw such a wonderful opportunity to teach the count a lesson, and I just couldn't resist. Yeah. Honestly, I expect you to dismiss him forthwith. The count would have been forced to return to court a laughingstock. It would have been a truly sobering experience. There is nothing more disgraceful than a Mendevian noble than to be discharged like that. Darren Arande. The queen shakes her head. He was such a lovely child. His mother, Lady Selena, was one of the most gracious people I have ever met. She was amiable yet decorous, and truly kind. Bonds of kinship among the nobility are one the whole highly practical and only useful for forming alliances. But Countess Arande managed to become a true member of the family. I suppose that is why I spent so much time believing her son to be a better person than he actually was. Ooh, that's a burn. His company is a heavy burden. Still, I must admit that I am quite pleased that you decided to keep him on as a companion. There's a small chance that once he has had a true taste of the Crusade life, the Count will finally cease to mock the Crusaders as cynically as he won't do. I don't know about that. I think he's gonna stay the same and keep mocking things. You've given an army and the title of Knight Commander to a stranger. Why? Because for 100 years I have protected my lands, trying to drive the demon horde back into the abyss. I have tried every right and rational method. The queen affords herself a brief, grim smirk. My armies have been led by the greatest generals, even Iomede's angels. My goddess's heralds created the wardstone for us. We have tasted victory more than once, but we have failed to close the world wound. As for you, do not call yourself a stranger. You are the savior of Canabras. Hundreds of its people saw the power that descended upon you and turned the demons to dust. It's the sign that they've waited for decades. A sign for all loyal hearts and followers of Iomade. The time has come. Hope has been rekindled in the hearts of my subjects, thanks to you. Hope is a priceless resource. I have no choice but to give it wings. You called it the sign they've been waiting for, but I take it you are reserving judgment. Your question seems to catch the queen off balance. A strange spark flashes in her eyes. When Aerodin perished and Imode took over his legacy, I was the first to serve the new goddess. I helped restore her church from the ashes left by the chaos after Aerodin's death. Since then, I have served the inheritor loyally and truthfully. I like to believe that I earned the blessings of my goddess. The queen's voice is surprisingly ardent. After I learned of what happened in Canabras when I met you at the Defender's Heart, I had so many questions. Is it true that what happened was Imode's work? Why did she give this power to someone unknown rather than one of her most loyal followers? Could it be that my faith has grown weak and I don't recognize the deeds of my goddess even when they are happening right in front of me? Is the goddess somehow testing me? Those doubts are like poison. But I refuse to let them poison me. The queen finishes strongly. I gave you an army, declared you knight commander, and accepted you as I would any chosen by the goddess. So how does it feel to live so long? I shall answer thus. The decision to prolong my life was not mine. It was the decision of the Church of Iomade. The Sun Orchid Elixir have been paid for by the Church. The priest determined that I was needed in these dark times, both as a ruler and a chosen paladin of Iomade. I accepted their decision and the great responsibilities it entails. I must go. Don't forget, here I am, Katrain, the knight. Alright. Right, we have to sleep. Because for some reason everyone's fatigued. Even though probably in story time many days have passed. I hate that. Oh my gosh, can I please? Do we have an alchemy kit? I need to see if we have an alchemy kit. I need an alchemy kit. Oh, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. I want to go outside. I need an alchemy kit. Give me an alchemy kit.
I'm gone.
Mr. Merchant, please. I have been able to make potions for forever. Please give me an alchemy kit. Please give me an alchemy kit. Please. Please give me an alchemy kit. Well, camping supplies. That works. But I need an alchemy kit. Please have an alchemy kit. Where do I get an alchemy kit? I doesn't have one? Oh my god, why do you not have an alchemy kit? Where do I procure an alchemy kit? Well, give me these. Yo, give me. I need an alchemy kit. I'm looking it up. I want one. I want an alchemy kit. Wrath of the Righteous. Where do I get an alchemy kit? Okay. We have to go to the medical tent. I want it. I want it, I want it, I want it. Yeah, that's a chapel. Medical tent, medical tent. Medical tent. Apparently, the medic. Hello. Hey, Forn, I have a question for you. Apparently, Kaylessa wants to kill you. I could probably help. Please, 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 please. Wait, 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 wait. Ooh. Aw, well that's... No. Those are all pretty great. Ugh. Ah, it's pretty awesome. Ooh. Gimme. Alchemist kit. Thank you. 4? I can only do this one. Cool, gimme. Thank you. I need to learn that. And now I have an alchemist kit. At least I should. There it is. Yeah. Because the feat lets you make it up to level 3. Hey, Forn. The elf before you casually rests his bandaged arm on the weapon at his side. His He bows his head with dignity. I congratulate you on your new rank, Commander. My hunt demanded that I travel with your army. Naturally, I wouldn't burden your forces with the need to care for an outsider. I provided myself with all the necessities. Okay, he's not going to talk about how Kalis is probably here to kill him. He's probably not surprised. Probably doesn't want my help. That's fine. Okay. Alright. Well, now we can rest, because now I can make stuff. Okay. Oh, no, this chapel. Crap. Oh. Should I tell him that everything worked out? I've talked to Darren about the estate. He is going to celebrate his birthday at Heaven's Edge so we can go there as guests. A celebration? That is far from ideal. It will be rather inconvenient for me to conduct the investigation while our guests around. Thank you, nonetheless, Commander. When you decide to go to the estate, I will join you. I have to go. Okay, let's rest. Let's rest. Let's rest. And make potions! So excited. I'm also very upset that that guy was selling alchemist kits. Because I assumed... I do the assuming... Alchemy. Me. I don't even know what is relative to that check. Choose a potion to craft. Yeah. Okay. 80% chance of success? Work. Ooh. 70%, 85%, 75%, 80%. Sure, let's do that. That seems fine. Okay. Oh, I don't have a scroller kit, so she can't. Never mind. You're fine. You're dismissed. Okay, let's do it. Oh, does anyone want to help me? No. I'm making it. Oh, I have to hit the second one. That's right. Cool. Now we have even a better chance. Alright, let's go. Can you just leave me alone? Experiment on yourself. I'm not some lab animal. Oh, now is Nenio bothering Lan? Despite the conditions in which the subject came to maturity, it can compose intelligent sentences. Fascinating. Yeah, he can tell you to fuck off. Oh, cool. We succeed in both. That's awesome. Oh. What the what? The commander becomes host to an anomalous force, and her dreams are filled with strange visions. She feels the space around her distort, and her sensory organs are flooded by false images. Bred by a distortion of light and air, reality itself tries to expel the commander into some dark tunnel. At the other end, a grim figure awaits. Her body resists this crude attempt to wrench itself from reality, but the unknown force finds a tangle in the commander's soul, one made of demonic rage and destructive desire. Troubled by the sudden intrusion, the dark, ominous force deep in the commander's soul answers with a menacing growl. The commander tries to understand what's going on. She needs a moment to figure this out. The commander is being summoned, transported through space by some magical force. However, the attempt did not succeed because the commander is not a spirit or demon, but a mortal Aasimar. The commander is surprised that this spell worked on her at all. She... reaches out, seeking protection and the blessing of the upper planes, which is granted to all ASMRs at birth. By force of will, the commander pushes her anger down as deep in her soul as she can. The attraction rapidly weakens in response, as if the mysterious enemy can no longer sense the commander and concentrates its efforts on her. The apparition recedes, leaving the commander wondering whether it was reality or a nightmare. What the hell was trying to summon us? Oh, we're just gonna ignore that? Okay. Okay, everybody's fine. Everyone's good. Alright. I just want to make sure everyone was okay. Alright. Let's save. And let's head out. So the thing here is, we have a mission for Nenio. And Woljif has no mission. Camellia doesn't have a mission. Sela has a mission. He does. Woljif doesn't. Okay. I don't like it, because I'm not fond of, like, half this party, but those are the people with missions right now, I'm pretty sure. So I'm okay with leaving them behind for now. Though I don't like it because that means I don't have my lockpicker, either of them. Which I don't care for, but we'll have to do without if I want to make this all in one trip. Oh, you do have a mighty level. You move closer to your deity and to the power it has over its divine domain. You can use the abilities of the domain as a swift action. Ooh, that's pretty awesome. Is that this? Oh. Okay. The path to this location is unknown. Oh, it's like Pathfinder came in. You have to travel to it. Okay, cool. Okay, that's what we're trying to stop. Okay, cool. 100, that's 100. Can I buy recruit? Yeah, let's recruit. This reminds me of King's Bounty. I don't want to recruit this one. I want... Do I have a general? Hello. All units in the army get a +5 to AC against ranged attacks. Okay. What do I have? Clerics, archers, and footmen. Give. Oh. Clicking the wrong button like a dumb. Oh, new people now. Okay, cool. So she's very offensive. Okay. I'm okay with that. Give them a archmage for a mostly melee. I want to do. I don't know, it makes sense in my head one way. I don't know what I'm doing. Sure. Recruit. Accept. And for the other one, can I recruit? Can I switch? I'd like to switch. Can I? Thank you. Well, first I'd just like to hire more people. It'd be great. I'd like, let's go with this one. 6,000? Fuck. Okay, never mind. I'd like to... Can I not buy more people? Okay. Yeah, no, it wouldn't help. What even is this? Okay, I don't even know what these are. Material points, energy points, finance points. I don't know. Okay. I don't know, I'd like more archers personally. I get like 50? No. I'd love to make it an even 100. 25? Recruit? Okay. Is there something else I'm also supposed to do? Opening. I just took part of something. So many quests, I can't even keep them straight. Okay. Have you guys go out. Go out. I don't know what's happening. Can I have a tutorial, please? Thank you. Okay. 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 Okay, so the higher their AC, the less damage is done. Okay. I guess we'll take out these guys first. These are our foot soldiers, so... Do we get to heal, or are these... Are you evil? I guess not. Okay. Oh, great. Okay. I'd love for you to attack. I don't think you can, though. Because, so I tried out King's Bounty yesterday. See if I liked it, because I was thinking about streaming it. And it's okay. It's not really my thing. I don't really understand how it all works. I'm a little intimidated that this works similarly. Oh no! Oh, we're okay. Yay! Yay! We're okay. Good to know. Having defeated a band of cultists who had driven the captives from Canabras and made ruins of Vala's Gift their temporary base, the commander's army celebrates its first triumph. Unfortunately, the demon worshippers have killed all the citizens and gathered their belongings into a huge pile in the middle of camp. Well, that sucks. And how does this work? Do I just keep moving? This is the other one I want, right? What about 1 and 4 means? So like, time doesn't seem to pass when I do that. I'd like to recruit more people. What? Wait, can I make a new army? I don't want to make a new army. That's annoying. I'm back. Annoying. That's super annoying. Okay, third army. Straight, probably. Continue. Oh, we probably should get rid of the... Yeah. Let's get rid of... Oh, okay. Please. Oh. They're fine. They haven't lost any people yet, so I'm gonna have you full defense. Wait. I suppose. I wonder if each unit... Do I heal them by clicking them, or... Do I just... Okay. I don't know what that means. Upper left. Oh, at bottom of the screen. Gosh, I can't read. Oh. Neat. Crusaders stumbled upon a group of ragged and exhausted scouts. They had set out on a patrol mission deep into the world moon. But when Canobras was attacked, they found themselves cut off and surrounded by demons. Surviving in such hostile conditions was not easy, but the scouts' spirits remains high, and they readily joined the commander's forces. Having defeated the enemy, the Crusaders scatter across the battlefields in search of trophies. The officers keep an eye on the process so that all the valuable trophies go to the treasury, and do not end up in the pockets of lucky soldiers. That's good. So, where's this other army? Oh my gosh, you guys. People. I know. No. You need to go away. You, you are 7 rangers. Man, if I had known. I want you to leave. I want you to go to this one. Go back. Go back. Go find them. Join them. Yes, I want you to join this. Join this. Do I have enough? 6,000. I do not. I definitely do not. But that's good, because there's at least more of you together. That makes me feel better. Okay, so because we now have moved all of our... I think we have. Yeah, they can't move anymore. Okay, so now that we've moved all of our armies and things, and we are now about to leave, go to the cemetery, go to the Houndheart campsite, do some story quests. I'm going to leave it there, because it's 9 o'clock for me. And it's still really good. I don't know how I feel about the army combat yet. It seems okay. It seems pretty simple. Again, it reminds me a lot of King's Bounty and how that worked. Except it's a square grid. It's not a hexagonal grid. But yeah. So I'll see you all on Friday for more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So far, it's super good. We're gonna visit the cemetery, and we're gonna go to the Houndheart campsite. So yeah, I'll see everybody then, and have a good day, everybody. Bye!